Last one got copyright. I'm kicking like Dolan.
5 just to be sure.
Hey, one time, you ready? Copyright.
Yeah.
Last one got copyright. Hey.
You know what time it is. Every time I rhyme, it's just a sign that I'm about to kill. Yeah, it's time for weapon wheel. We got the skill, we got the games. Don't make me grab it still. I put a hole in one like Abby did to Joe. Yeah, when it comes to aiming, I don't miss like Master Chief. I'll grab the piece and give your ass a halo just for talking sweet. When it comes to gaming, yeah, you know our team's elite. Check the leaderboards, we run the game. You should pick up your feet. You can't lose them too smooth, just going to admit defeat. And ain't no capping around here, cause like Bond, I keep receipts. The most dangerous, better than these other guys. Try to come for us, what's like between your eyes like Jen Sakai. That's no lie, no prank. I grab the ratchet, no clank, and get my jiggy mask to show you how Jack Move got his name. Yeah.
Weapon Wheel Podcast.
Look. King of the castle like Cooper, captain of the ship. My name ain't Blandry, but don't make me have to hit the switch. We'll dump you overboard, then watch the views. I ain't talking Twitch. Hey yo, Alex, go ahead. Talk to him real quick.
Oh, the Dolomite is my name, and thick enough is my game. Dolomite, you heard her.
Claim it, a strike to claim it.
Say yo, still putting wheels on the pavement. My game so tight, it's like Jordan 1 lazy. We stay in these gaming streets, ain't no way to be dormant. Ay, a Drake will leave your body uncharted like Lost Fortune. Coco Long was cute, ay, and yeah, it served its purpose. But I'm trying to give a detailed description of what a hearse is. I say we flip the switch on these against before it get bland. I see a lot of pods jacking the format like Dapper Dan. You hitting the dislike button, you still a fan. Talk slick in the comments and like Dutch, I got a plan. We don't do the sneak diss, and that's that stuff that get you banned. Last time we told your was squad up, you turn telling gotta go. It's like I play with the sliders up. You just got 30, again turn me, the time is up. Since 2015, we been kicking game knowledge up. Dust your boots and join the crew if you wild enough.
Developers.
Dolomite, you heard her.
40 clips, kicking like Dolomite. Hey, 40 clips. Aimed at your fit beam, shotty, so much ammo, it don't make sense. Trying to compete is a sacrifice, die again in your afterlife. I'm taking a road trip, anytime you get on a fight. Polygons and body counts, that's all that I tend to like. Any other podcast, a copy or look alike. Hey, and what they say? Hey, what I say? Hey, I put them in the dirt, toss and get hurt, no face, no case, smashed up like a jiggy merch shirt. Sliding in that vet, I'm gonna get back, time to pay that debt. It's time for weapon wheel.
Wonder.
What weapon wheel? We keeping it true, we keeping it real. What weapon wheel? They watch our moves, they copy and steal. What weapon wheel? We keeping it true, don't care about your feels. What weapon wheel? They watch our moves, they copy and steal. Weapon wheel, watch how I show you my weapon wheel. Weapon wheel, watch how I show you my weapon wheel. What weapon wheel? We keeping it true, we keeping it real. What weapon wheel? They watch our move, they copy and steal. BG, Black Bond, Jack Move, Kids Move, Blandrew, Alex too. Damn man, that's a heavy crew. Other pods, they don't know what to do. They watching, they copy our every move. And they still fly like the Wii U. Jack Move voice, we saying you. Hop off the roof. Long range, no scope, yeah, I'ma shoot. Looking wanna play games, no David Blaine, but I'll make a nigga go poof. Oh, this not a game. Gang talk, nigga, what you know about the slang. Hop out the range. All black master, don't step out your lane. Every week it's us on your screen. Every weekend we entertain. It's not a thing that gets in between me and my team, me and my gang. When I'm on the beat, you already know. Straight to the top, yeah, we about to blow. BG, my dog, he told me let's go. Sit back, relax, it's time for the show. What weapon wheel? We keeping it true, we keeping it real. What weapon wheel? They watch our moves, they copy and steal. What weapon wheel? We keeping it true, don't care about your feels. What weapon wheel? They watch our moves, they copy and steal. Weapon wheel, watch how I show you my weapon wheel. Weapon wheel, watch how I show you my weapon wheel. What weapon wheel? We keeping it true, we keeping it real. What weapon wheel? They watch our moves, they copy and steal.
We got the guns on deck, no foul car, but you know I came with a tech, yeah. Since 2015, been stepping on the seat, putting foots on nets, yeah. Set them up, super soaker, pump action, wet them up. Shooting out the yeah, we catching up. We bout them games, y'all are bark. Drive by midnight after dark. Gaming knowledge, fortitude. Top two and not the two. Weapon wheel, get the cash and grab the steel. Weapon wheel, out the window, extend up. Weapon wheel, they watch how we move, they copy and steal. Weapon wheel, hit the like, show us just how you feel. Yeah. Hit the like, show us just how you feel. Yeah.
What weapon well? We keeping it true, we keeping it real. What weapon well? They watch our moves, they copy and steal. What weapon well? We keeping it true, don't care about your feels. What weapon well? They watch our moves, they copy and steal. Weapon well, watch how I show you my weapon well. Weapon well, watch how I show you my weapon well. What weapon well? We keeping it true, we keeping it real. What weapon well? They watch our moves, they copy and steal.
On nothing.
Nigga, it's
You're
gone.
No. I know now it's gone, but back
what
then,
is good, y'all?
What's good, BG?
Nah, look at this, bro.
We
Look at
here. This
We
is
ain't going anywhere. We
This
right
is-
here.
This is Weapon Wheel Podcast, where 5 or more black people gather to argue about video games.
Nah, it's really when one nigga makes crazy ass claims, another nigga makes crazy ass bets, and the other 3 niggas just clown both of them. That's how I see it anyway.
No.
Accurate.
I like when
Accurate.
BG take an edible. I know when BG take an edible. it's about to
I'm
be good.
completely sober today, dog.
I mean, am I wrong in that assessment, Alex?
No, I agree. I think we need
Alex-
more people to get on here and just.
Alex can't spell assessment, so I don't know why you asking him.
You know what, Alex? I didn't think you fit in at first. You're starting to gel. You're starting to grow.
That nigga said you ain't belong.
Right.
Imagine Bond telling you don't belong somewhere. That shit's crazy.
I mean, like, there were a couple of guys that moved into the neighborhood that weren't a part of the neighborhood from the beginning. Like, we didn't like them at first.
Hey man, see you at the next meetup, Bond. See you.
Bond literally said, "We don't like you around here, boy."
No, I said I did.
Okay,
I didn't say I didn't like him. I just said I didn't feel like he belonged at first.
that's nuts.
When we talk about that Ubisoft thing, we need Jimmy on here for that, please.
You got me instead.
Yeah, I bought Assassin's Creed. It's
I didn't even know BG had a Benz.
I need
I
my
heard you-
fit quad to hit that laugh one time.
I don't talk about it.
I mean,
He
I was
dropped- he dropped
about
this like-
to buy one, but the maintenance cycles on that shit's too much.
Honestly, well, we got a 5-year. We got one of those 5-year coverages. If anything goes wrong, we get complete support from direct from a Mercedes.
That shit's like $8,000, isn't it?
It was a few thousand. Can't remember how much. But honestly, like, I don't talk about it because, bro, like, the only reason we even got it is because we had a Honda before that. Bro, that shit was coughing. Like, it was on its last legs. That shit was coughing while we were driving it.
I mean, I didn't particularly want the car I got, but I just couldn't pass up on the deal.
You got a Subaru, right?
No, I got a 2016 Forester, 30,000 miles for $17,000.
How many
It
miles
was
per
for-
gallon on that baby?
It runs good. I pretty much only have to fill it up like every other week.
Why do I feel like you slap the hood every time you get gas? I feel like you like try to give it a pep talk every time you get a launch.
But I'm saying, like, a 30,000 mile car for $17,000 today, and like that car is like the most reliable car on the market. Like, I was like,
You know what? My car had 30,000 miles on it when I bought it. I bought it for like.
When'd you get it, Bon?
$20,000.
when did I get it?
Yeah.
Shit, I want to say like maybe January, February.
Okay. Bad.
Jay Guy would probably know better than I do because I was asking him a bunch of questions on cars. It came down to that, and between that and the Benz, and he's like, "Well, how do you feel about $180 oil changes and all these crazy?" I'm like, I'm not
It ain't bad.
I'm not really a car guy per se. So honestly, as long as it gets me from point A to B and I fit in it, I'm fine with it.
So
That's
what you
how I
think
feel.
get more? What you think get more smoke show?
Good.
A Roadster or a Benz?
I mean, it's like my dad said, you can't bring the car into the club, so it really don't matter what you drive.
Yeah, but once you walk out and she see that you in a fucking Tahoe from 03, nigga, it might look different.
I guess, but like I said, you can't bring the car into the club.
You be having sex in the club?
I'm just saying, like, it don't matter what you have inside. Where
If
they
you
gonna
pull her
go-
in the club, it don't matter. It ain't like she.
Exactly. You're gonna take her out to the parking lot, like,
Yeah, let's do
I
this
guess.
right. Yeah, and car sex is trash.
Facts.
When the last time you had it to even be able to say that?
Anybody who says car sex is good is definitely below 6 feet tall and it's borderline midget.
Hey, me and Tig represent.
Ain't no way am I would need a fucking limo.
Yeah, your feet on.
Well, now wait a minute. You're not that tall, buddy.
Oh, I'm 6'5".
Anyway, this is a gaming podcast. What y'all talking about, man? I'm feeling good though. Good Sunday. All good.
Are QBs like throwing touchdowns? Is that why you feeling good?
I mean, that happens anyway. But I'm just feeling good, man.
What are the Eagles playing? Are they playing the Rams?
Yeah,
Fuck up. What do you mean you got nothing to complain about?
Nothing to complain about. I'm good.
What about that game? What about that game Factions 2?
Life is good, man. I don't know what you talking about.
What about that game Factions 2?
Never heard of it, nigga. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you see how to make a
Factions 2 made by the developers called Naughty Dog, formerly known as Naughty Dog, now called Good Pussy.
Sounds like a fairy tale.
Whoa.
Sounds like a fairy tale, fictional story. Never heard of it.
Fictional story. Never heard of it.
Hold up, I just not Bond. You told me to name the diss track "Good Pussy." I didn't know why you were saying. That's why you've been saying that this whole time.
Yeah,
that's actually probably one of his best name flips. If we're being honest.
I always gotta have name flips. Ain't Naughty Dog. It's a Good Pussy.
That's a good name flip. The other ones be lazy. You don't really be putting that much creativity into them. This one was actually good.
Look, I'm not a creative guy. If I was, I would have been calling people clown for over a decade.
Yeah, most of your names involve like ass or dick or balls.
Like people always say, you got to be creative, right? You don't need to be creative with insults. Tone is how insults are conveyed. If I can call you clown and you're still upset about it 12 years later, I don't need to be more creative. It's like the Eagles with the brotherly shove. You know it's coming. You just can't stop it.
I'm not gonna lie. Nigga called me clown and I hear his 2 front teeth. I'm gonna get mad too. So you might be right.
All right, man.
You might be right.
Let's get to it. We ain't trying to be here all day.
But we are trying to be here all night.
We're definitely not. I got stuff to do. This is Weapon Wheel Podcast.
You got a baby to make?
Come on, bro. Vaughn, why are you all on my reproductive organ? Like, please.
You said, do you have sex on the menu tonight? What are we doing?
Listen, like Bless Red, I'll have you know I have sex very regularly, okay? I can't believe Bless Red really said that on the timeline. He said, that man said, sir, I have sex regularly? I was like, who says that?
Well, BJ, I'm going to give you some props today, bro. 222, 2 TDs. Josh Allen, 359, 2 TDs. The Niggler out Atlanta's got 329, 1 TD.
Wow.
Young on Carolina's got 250, 3 TDs, but 2 interceptions. Tannehill trash. Tago's got 308 for 2 and 2. Carr got 183 for 2. Lamar, I don't know what the fuck he doing. 236, 1 interception. And Howe got 388 for 2. Oh, okay, we got a decent quarterback week, BG. I'll give this one to you.
Thanks. I appreciate that so much.
Zach Wilson's still proving me right, though. 91 yards.
Well, episode 384. We're on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify. Y'all should know this by now. Go support the Patreon, Weapon Wheel, patreon.com/Weapon Wheel. Check out all the tiers we got on there, After Dark and all that good stuff. Join the Discord. That's part of the benefits of supporting us. Join the Discord. Hit the join button on YouTube, become a member. Hit the like button, support the channel. And if you want to submit a video to be featured during the podcast, then link is in the description for that. You can just drag and drop. Appreciate all gameplay because then I don't gotta, always rely on mine. So let's do these intros. Wonton.
Yo, what's up, y'all? Been a minute. Just here to give my review on AC Mirage. Got my boy Mafia Quad here. He's a AC aficionado.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man, we're gonna have a good show.
Yeah. I hope you make yourself look good tonight because they've been calling you out as a fake Assassin's Creed fan. So
nah. Don't say that. It's Red Pig, stupid ass trolling. Like he think he E-Rock. He think he E-Rock, BG. He not good. He not good at trolling. But every now and then he'll try to hop in and do some trolling.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not good.
All right. Well,
fuck are you doing, Jalen?
They're gonna be checking you tonight. All right, Mafia, what's up, man?
You can check
What's
these nuts.
good, everyone? It's Mafia Quad, the infamous lad from After Dark. Have a good pod.
Sir.
Ha ha!
Smooth.
Fire.
What's up? Y'all can hear me? How we doing? Y'all got y'all jiggy do-rags on?
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
that
Jack,
fire.
Jack, what them cells looking like? What's the
My jiggy
percentages?
do-rag. My
They
jiggy
looking
do.
good, man. They looking good, bro.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man.
Jack, you got to make something for my locks, dog. I can't be one of them jiggy do rags.
Oh man.
With my nigga Jiggy Moo.
I don't got braids anymore.
I heard them
Ain't
them
that the
them
jiggy
sales is like 80%, then 80% higher than last week, Jack. You owe that man a little
I mean, they
cheese.
have picked up since Smooth released the Jiggy Do-Rag song. I got to be
Give him a
honest.
backhand. Pause.
Shit.
I appreciate
Huh?
that, Smooth.
Smooth, where's my cut?
I ain't gonna cut.
That could be hard though, Jack. A jiggy bonnet? A jiggy bonnet? Mm.
That would be hard.
I would wear that.
Nah, we can't be making some hood booger shit. I'm in no
All right,
bonnets.
All right, Bond.
Unless like there's a label that says do not wear outside of the home, then I'll support it.
Alex.
This is J-Man's do-rag compartment. Happy to be here.
Jack.
Hey man, great week of gaming news, man. I'm excited, bro. How y'all doing?
All right. Bond.
Yes, sir.
I'm doing fucking good. I mean, I'm on a nice little staycation. I got a week off. I know people in the Discord mad. They're like, damn, this nigga got free time.
Okay. All right, let's get started. First of all, Jack, why are you coming at the people on Twitter like that, calling them bums if they use Spectres and Liza P? Like, what's going on?
Hey.
That's how you feel?
Yeah.
Hold on. Hold on. Quick question, Jack. You're playing Liza P, right?
Yeah.
Why didn't you play Elden Ring?
Ew.
Bond, I've been asking him all these questions. Why he hasn't played any other Souls games?
He doesn't play Souls games, so why are you playing Liza P?
Liza P is actually a good game, sir. Great game, actually.
I'm very BG. Please explain.
It's because it's a Bloodborne.
It's Bloodborne. Yeah, it's Bloodborne adjacent. So that's why Jack will only play, even though there's a bunch of Souls games that play exactly like it. If it's not, it's essentially linked to Bloodborne. He's not going to play it, even though it's the same gameplay.
Great game.
So he won't play Souls, but he played Bloodborne.
Yes.
Hey,
great game. Yeah.
Bloodborne's probably the only Souls game I haven't played because I refuse to play Souls at 30. Like they should definitely remake or remaster that shit.
Hey, some of us sick of playing in that Dungeons and Dragons ass background as well, bro. Sick of that castle, brimstone, and fucking dragons.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'm on New Game Plus. I'm almost finished with the platinum for Lies.
If you don't like that, there's a Souls game called The Surge. It's pretty good. You start out as a guy in a wheelchair with broken legs.
Benji? Oh.
I streamed it.
Yeah.
I kind of felt at home.
Yeah, Jack be, we be letting Jack slide with that fraudulence that he won't play any Souls games not like directly related to Bloodborne.
Hey, man.
Okay, I guess so. I guess you get away with it. Nobody else calling you out for it.
I will continue to say that these Souls knockoff, though they may not be better in terms of overall, they are better performant than any From Software Souls games. Like I prefer everybody who makes a From Software type game, their games perform better.
True. That is true. Yeah. For some reason, From Software just not good on the technical side of
Holy shit.
optimization. So, but Liza P might be it's definitely a top 5 game. Now that I'm on New Game Plus, yeah, it's a top 5 game this year.
I need a break from Souls.
BG, is it harder than Bloodborne? I've been hearing some people say that.
I would say yes.
Don't you just like strafe left or strafe right in Bloodborne?
Yeah, Bloodborne is completely just offensive. It's dodge and attack. There's no nothing else you have to worry about parrying or unblockable attacks and you don't got to worry. They did have status ailments, but you didn't have to worry that much about them. Not as much as like Liza P. You got to worry about a whole bunch of status ailments in Liza P. So yeah, I would say Bloodborne is more sophisticated, is more intricate. Liza P is.
You know what doesn't have status ailments?
Final Fantasy 16.
Final Fantasy 16.
What a fucking joke of an RPG. Are we going to talk about what Square Enix wants to remake later?
Oh, real quick. So just to Bloodborne has parrying technically, but not on the level of Liza P. Is what I'm saying.
Ain't it just like a gun or some shit from what I remember?
Yeah, it's you have to shoot them at the right time, like when their attack is landing or whatever it was.
Yo, Jack, I had an amazing idea for a game.
Yes.
Remember how people are saying, like, what kind of game would you make if you could make a game? You've heard of that game 1-2 Switch, right?
Yeah.
I would make a game called Three Niggas.
It's a murder.
That's a good one.
So it'd be a multiplayer game with 3 people. Every matchup wouldn't be 1-on-1, it'd be 1-on-1-on-1.
I like it.
I wish Bond would stop talking about his people this way.
Look, I told you before. Just because you black doesn't mean you a nigga. Look at me.
Okay.
Niggas can be of any color.
I gotta remember that.
Look at
I
me.
gotta remember that. You're right. There was,
But Jack, that does sound like a fire idea for a game, though, doesn't it?
I could fuck with that.
Free for all 3v1.
Look at me.
1v1v1.
it could play like, it probably could play like, you know, Friday the 13th, where maybe like 6 niggas is running from one nigga, you know, something like that.
Would it be a shooter or a brawler?
That's Chicago, BG.
You could make it like a Mario Party game. You could make it in multiple ways of free for all 1v1v1s.
Like the first one to feel like they snap benefits wins a round or some shit.
I mean, it could be a basketball game to 21. It could be a shootout. It could be anything.
Fill out unemployment.
Who can tie their jiggy do rag the fastest? That could be fire.
God.
Y'all crazy. Who can ask for $10 from the most people and actually get it?
That's racist.
Shout out to
Hey,
y'all.
yo.
They were talking about that in the Discord about simps, and I'm like, yo, simps isn't just men to women. Y'all prove that it's just a man problem, period. Like, y'all niggas just be giving free money to anybody. But the funny thing is, you don't be giving us free money.
Yeah. That's Cyberpunk on screen. Phantom Liberty, I think it is. Yeah. So this.
Yeah, I'm getting spoiled right now. Like,
oh well.
This might be the best year of RPGs of all time, actually.
Really? Okay.
And I haven't even gotten to a lot of them.
Baldur's Gate.
There's been a lot of Forza Motorsport conversation on the timeline, and to be honest, you know, I think all you little monkeys who argue about car games are peasants and below me. So I don't really know what the argument is or what the controversy is that Forza is doing or isn't, or if it's like even worth talking about. But I just want to mention it. I have no idea what it's really about. It could be I don't know. The track doesn't look good, or I don't know what y'all be arguing about. What is it, Smooth?
It's exactly what I predicted. So Forza's obviously out there, early access. There's a lot of talk in regards to his graphics. It's content. There's a replay glitch that was going on. There's a lot of GT comparisons. IGN made a blooper. I think they recorded a gamma glitch, and it had the game looking really washed out. And they had to take down the video. I've been playing the game. It looks good, feels good. There's some elements about the game that like purists don't like, and that's more so the grind factor to level up the vehicles. It looks like you have to level up each vehicle. So I guess the game is sort of pretty much trying to get the player to like stick with one car at a time, and to level up multiple cars to the ability where you would essentially max it out will take a tremendous amount of time. I think that's the biggest gripe against it. Some people got an issue with its lighting. But what people aren't understanding is Forza Motorsport is they're doing like real time lighting, day and night cycle. So the game is never going to look the same every time you play it. You could race on one track and have and it will look different like 3 different times depending on the type of day, if there's any weather changes, if you're playing at night, playing at dusk, midday. And so like it's rendering a lot of these comparisons pointless, but overall the game, you know, the Metacritic I think is sitting at 84.
Is 84 the new Xbox exclusive rating?
I mean, I guess it pretty much is. I mean, the thing is that I don't mind the score, but I personally I'm liking it. I think it's a dope game. And it looks good. They have obviously they have 3 modes. They have a quality mode, which is you got like multiple ray tracing features turned on, but it's at 30 FPS. They have a performance ray tracing mode, which is like a dynamic 4K with ray tracing. reflections, and then they have like a performance mode, which is like just targeting like just straight 4K 60 with like the settings up. But overall, man, the game, it looks good, feels good. They got a lot of changes. The biggest gripes more so is the lighting. But the thing is about it, if people want them to change the lighting, that means they want them to sort of have static features. And I think that would take away from the game, because this is the first time they're doing like, you know, what's that? Global illumination, global ambient, whatever. And they tried to go for more of a realistic look. And people are saying it looks worse than GT, because GT looked like a bunch of mirrors and plastic. But yeah, but overall, man, try the game out. It's on Game Pass, early access available today. Game officially comes out on the 10th. I mean, it's been a good year for Xbox, but that's really the comment on Forza. I thought you would have more Forza people in here, but I'm not going to say too much about it.
It's not out yet. It comes out the 10th.
Well, we got Autumn in the chat. Autumn, I know Autumn.
Yo, bring Autumn. Get in here. Get in
here. I was gonna bring her on next week because the game's not out.
Oh, when it actually come out. Yeah, he said early access.
But it's early access, but it's not officially out yet. So that's why it wasn't going to be a whole conversation yet. So next week, we'll talk more about it.
All right, cool.
Yeah, you little chimps, enjoy your little driving game in the meantime.
Damn, what you trying to enlist in the freezer force or something?
I'm just saying, I'm tired of these people. All right, Redfall also got a 60 FPS patch for anybody who cares. They also added stealth takedowns, increased open world enemy population and new encounters, new controller settings, and gameplay and combat changes.
Yeah. So, shout out to Arcane and Bethesda for not giving up on this game. I said I will not play this game until it get a 60 FPS update. They got a 60 FPS update. Looks good, feel good. They added more people to the map. So even though the world is still relatively empty, but you run into pedestrians or armed people more often, and vampires. They still need to upgrade the AI. But the stealth mechanics is a welcome addition, because that's what Arcane is known for. But overall, man, it's worth getting into. And within time, like State of Decay, it will be a game that just gets better with time. Unfortunately, review scores do not reflect that, because games like Sea of Thieves, State of Decay 2 are better games than what they launched at, but those metascores have not changed. So just giving just an update there.
Yeah. With I think with most games, I would say, releasing a patch is worth it and worth the time. I don't know about the case in Redfall, because factually, they said there were like 3 people playing it on Steam. Of course, we don't know how many people are playing it on Xbox.
That's crazy.
We know it's not that high. This is not one of those games like Cyberpunk where you're gonna get people coming back in droves. So
Hey, Smooth, do you feel
I guess
like
you got to do it off the strength, but
You made the promise. You got to do it. What's up?
do you feel like developers are even owed a second review of their game? Like, if that's what you released off rip, is it our responsibility to sit there and say, "Hey guys, just so y'all are, here's an update"? That should be on you. You got to go talk to your audience and your
Facts.
No, I mean, no,
really
because of this nature of how gaming is today and how dynamic it is, and games as a service, games change over time. They get better, and in some cases they get worse. So it's only right to have a review system that reflects that. So I'm all for updated reviews. I think some games probably just need to be reviewed on an annual basis. Especially if your game is meant to last long, that having a static score. Think about it. Sea of Thieves is a fucking 60, right? Based off 2018. In 2023, what is the review score of the game? Like, what is the true grade of the game?
I agree with that. For live service games, you should review them like maybe once.
Yeah, that's a good point.
The problem with that is it would make developers even lazier. Or everybody knows that a review is based on how the game launches. Period. Nothing more, nothing less. Like, for example, Phantom Liberty, that expansion, that has its own review. But the original Cyberpunk, reflects on the way the game came out. If
Yeah,
we
but
started if we started re-reviewing every games,
Mhm.
then developers would just rush their shit straight to market. Like, oh, don't worry, we're gonna get a re-review.
No, but then that brings another thing, right? So Phantom Liberty is it's an expansion. You want to review expansion separately, but also the base game of Cyberpunk is much better than what it was. Like, they added new features to the base game. Isn't like the new cop system a part of the base game? It's not exclusive to Phantom Liberty.
Yeah,
It came in the update. So in that case, then how do you look at reviews? Is reviews only relevant for the week that the game came out?
Yep.
And then and at that point, no need to. So we can't recommend video games off reviews.
I don't think you should do it for single player games. I think for live service games, yes.
I'll put it to you this way, right? When you go to buy a car, right? You hear about all the shit that was wrong or right with the car. This car had recalls, this car had replacements, and blah, 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 blah. That still reflects in the original review of the car. Oh, this car had transmission recalls, brake recalls. Like, nobody really cares if it's fixed 3 years from now. When that shit came out, that shit was ass. And that's reflective of the manufacturer and the review. And not only that, but it's not exactly as reflective of the game as it's reflective of the developer. That the developer was just a piece of garbage, that they thought that it was okay to ship a game in such a poor fucking state.
Facts.
And I feel like they should be held accountable for that, regardless of whether they improve the game later or not.
Yeah. Red Dead Remaster also got a 60 frames patch. And that's only on PS5 because Xbox has the backwards compatible.
This was the major flaw of them not releasing a native Xbox version, because they're able to patch the PlayStation version. They're not going to go back and patch an Xbox 360 version. Now that's pretty much, now Microsoft has to come and do that and get an FPS boosted. And I'm pretty sure Rockstar will give them permission to do that, but I don't see Rockstar going back. And because in order to do that, you literally have to update the Xbox 360 code, and they're not going to do that. So now that's on Xbox to sort of kind of come in and save the day, because that's not a good look now. Because I'll be the first to tell you, I was ragging on that Red Dead release on PlayStation. I'm like, yo, Xbox still got the best version, but now that they got that running at 60 FPS, yeah, it's no competition. So they need to do something about that, or release a native Xbox version so that they can get it the performance parity.
60 on the Switch?
No.
Oh, it was only a PS5. Okay.
It's like 60 on the Switch. Ooh,
The
boy,
reason why they were able to do that, because it's like they technically released it on a PS4, and they were able to update the code so that if it's playing on a PlayStation 5, it could have a 60 FPS, like pretty much how PlayStation 4 backwards compatibility works for those select games.
That edible hitting, huh, BG?
I tried to give them the benefit of the doubt. I maybe it's possible. Maybe they were able to pull it off, right? Yeah, I was wishing too much. Nintendo is
wish upon a star.
Yeah. Nintendo is shutting down the 3DS and the Wii U online services.
Next year though, right? 2024.
Yeah, I'm not sure if people always get upset when like these old services get shut down. I didn't really see it this time, but I don't know how people really felt about it.
Nobody bought the fucking Wii.
True. But the 3DS.
Now, see, my only question with this, and maybe somebody in the chat can tell me, if you own a game digitally and say you don't have it installed, if they close down the service, you can't re-download the game?
I'm not sure.
That's what my worry would
Steam
be.
You can. I don't know how consoles work.
Yeah, that's what my worry would be.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, old stuff got to shut down, man. It happens.
Part of the reason why I like to buy my games physically on console, because you just really never know.
Yeah. Okay.
They saying you can re-download the games. Okay, so that's not that bad.
All right, cool. Rumored Hotline Miami might be 1 and 2, might be coming to PS5. Jack, this is your lane.
Come on, Jack. Turn up, Jack.
Come on. Bring it, Jack.
Awesome news, brother. I already platinum both of those games. I I don't know if I go back in and try to replat them. Them games difficult, bro. Those probably two of the hardest games I ever played in my goddamn life. But
Over Cuphead?
yes.
Over Battletoads?
Wow.
Hotline Miami definitely harder than Cuphead.
Over Liza P? Over Liza P?
Yes. No, that shit.
Go ahead, try them out, Alex. It's like $5 on the.
Them
PC.
games hard as shit, bro. Them games is very difficult, bro. You
I think
down
in
one hit.
Hotline, you're like you just got to be very on point, be very like accurate with your movements, and yeah.
The music's fire in that game.
I hope, I mean, if they do end up re-releasing or getting ported to the PS5, I hope people actually give them a shot and play them. I know a lot of people don't like indie games, man, but I would say these are two games to check out.
What's better,
Great
one or
games.
two, Jack?
Damn, bro. I'm gonna say two just because like it's more, you can play as more characters, and then but the thing in two is like the levels are way bigger though, so it's harder to play two. Like them levels so fucking big, but I'll say two the better game. It is.
Okay. Have
So
y'all
does this mean they're making a Hotline Miami 3?
I doubt it. They didn't want to make two. They never wanted to make two. I thought they make three though. That's what people been wanting, but I don't see it happening, bro.
very popular and successful games. They should make a 3. I mean, they probably very cheap to make and they make a lot of money. So
Them dudes that made them games though, they like mentally like distressed and shit. Like them dudes was depressed and shit, want to kill themselves. Like I don't even know what if they even still like linked up like
Make games.
Yeah, it was only two people. Dennerton Games, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like two friends, yeah.
Have y'all checked out what's gonna call it? What is it called? Castlevania Nocturne?
Yeah, I
Is that the
watched
Netflix
it.
show?
Yep. It's definitely not as good as the original, only because Trevor is a much better character than Richter.
Yeah.
And come on, let's be real. Dracula and Alucard are much better than I mean, I'm not saying the antagonists are bad, but come on, it's Dracula. Like he's the best protagonist that Castlevania is ever gonna have.
Then this queen god vamp that
Yeah.
they're taking on now.
I saw apparently there was some complaints that they changed some characters to black.
Yeah.
Of course they changed white people to black.
Yeah, what's the
I don't even remember. I don't even remember her name.
I don't remember her name. But I think she's a good character. They gave her the former slave origin though, and she has powers because the ancient African god gave her these powers. She comes from that lineage. I think it's a really good show. And people were acting like it was like the original Castlevania show anime was much better, but some people were acting like this was bad. I was like, y'all are tripping. It's definitely not bad.
Well, I wonder what the age difference between Richter and Trevor is, because Trevor seems like he's an adult and Richter seems like he's just like a 18, 19-year-old teenager kind of.
Yeah.
Like Trevor was out there getting drunk, being crass. Richter is like, I don't know, he's just like, I mean, it's nothing against him, but I don't even remember how old Richter was supposed to be in the game, to be honest.
I think they also wanted to like make the characters a little bit different because Trevor was this like kind of like badass, stoic, nothing phases him, just kills everything in sight, doesn't really struggle like that. Richter's story is a little bit different when you watch the show. So I think they just want to differentiate them. It's been renewed for season 2. So I like it. All right.
Richter was 19 in the games. Let's see what Trevor was. Yeah. 20. That's weird. Yeah. Richter does not seem like he's 1 year younger than Trevor.
He seems about 16 to me.
Yeah, like Trevor seems like he's like in his late 20s.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah. Anybody played the Modern Warfare 3 beta?
No.
Me and Takeoff played it last night, and I played a little bit of it like an hour ago.
Thoughts?
Couple things. The movement is improved. So if you're somebody who, cares about that, you'll notice that the movement's improved. But overall, this feels like the exact same game as Modern Warfare 2, in my opinion. I prefer Treyarch COD games. So Modern Warfare 2, I wasn't a big fan. Modern Warfare 2019, I wasn't a big fan. But this whole thing, the whole Modern Warfare 3 thing, it just seems like nostalgia bait. They bring in all the classic maps.
Who making this one?
It's Sledgehammer, but they got help from the other studios. But it just feels very like it feels rushed. I don't even feel like a full game. Like, I mean, apparently they never formally announced this, but the rumor was that COD was skipping a year, if y'all remember, and then they sprung this announcement on us.
Yeah, that was the plans. Yep.
It just feels like this shit was rushed.
Aren't they bringing back like a whole bunch of classic maps? I feel like
it's literally all the maps from Modern Warfare 2 09.
Oh yeah, that's big nostalgia bait then. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, literally all the maps. And you could play, like, if you play the beta right now, they have Favela, they have Skid Row, and they have Estate. I didn't like Estate, playing on Estate. I don't know, that map was like way too open. And then they fucking spawn you like right where the fucking enemies are. I was getting spawn killed like crazy. Favela was cool. It was alright to me. But yeah, bro, it just feel like more of the same. So I don't know. If you like Modern Warfare 2 and you miss the old maps, hey, go ahead, cop it. But this is a big skip for me. I will play the campaign because I like the Modern Warfare campaign, and this one has Makarov in it. From what I've seen in the trailer, and if you played the last game, that's what they showed at the end. So I'll play the campaign, but I don't see myself playing the multiplayer like that for real.
Yeah, I'm gonna be playing the campaign too. The thing I be wondering, right? I can spoil this because this is from old Call of Duty games. We know like Soap and like Ghost die, and they seem to be afraid to kill these characters now.
Yeah,
because people love them so much. It doesn't seem like none of them are gonna die.
Especially all the memes that they made out of Ghost last year. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they that dude is like, but Ghost's always been like a fan favorite though.
Yeah, exactly. So. That's why they're afraid to kill him, because so many people love him. He's what's his name from Walking Dead.
Who was the nigga? Alex Mason? I could be tripping his name up. Was that the nigga from Black Ops?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He dead, right? They ain't never brought him back, did they?
No, he died of old age, I think though. Like he was in 2, he was in Black Ops 2. Then didn't you play as like his son eventually? Am I tripping?
Black Ops 3, I don't remember the campaign of Black Ops 3 like, because it was been a long time, but I'm pretty sure he's referenced in it, or there's like a relative or something with him in it. But I don't remember
Call of Duty
details.
Since Black Ops 1.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Oh yeah, I forgot. So somebody in the chat, you do play as him in Cold War. There's a mission where you play as Alex Mason in Cold War. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
As his son.
Well, you know what the next Call of Duty gonna be based on? Real world events. That's not funny, but that's just gonna be the truth.
All right.
Also, apparently the next COD Treyarch is gonna be Cold War 2 or some shit, Black Ops 5 or whatever they're gonna call it.
Bro, that Cold War campaign, it was literally like 3.5 hours long. They damn near
it's short. I liked it though. I don't know about you. I liked it though.
I like it to be at least like 5.
It was short though.
It was straight.
Yeah. All right, let me do this Weapon Wheel trivia question from Dizzy. Shout out to you. How many friends are trapped in the mountain in Until Dawn? Is it A6, B7,
6,
C8, D9?
6.
I think it's 8.
I'm gonna say 7.
I'm gonna say 8.
I think Jack is right. I think it's 8.
Okay. I wouldn't know because I remember when this game came out, I honestly thought it was trash, and I dropped it after like 2 hours. But answer is 8.
Oh, my second lucky number is 6.
I don't know how Jack remembers this. Like exactly how many people were trapped in a random mountain on this mid-ass game, but
that's actually a great game.
You think it's mid?
That game is very fun, bro. And the story is pretty good, bro.
Yeah,
that's
Until Dawn was pretty good. It's pretty good.
Nigga, that was the only good one. What was the other one? The Quarry was fucking trash.
No, the Quarry sucks, but Until Dawn's good.
And like for PS4, like that was one of the games that made me like really fuck with the PS4. I was like, wow, I've never played nothing like this. Like,
graphically, it's a beautiful game. You remember when they first showed that game at the PlayStation Experience, and like the audience was like trying to play along with it and shit like that. Should she run? Should she hide? That shit was dope, bro. BG bugging.
Yeah.
Heavy Rain cool. Better.
Light drizzle.
Heavy Rain definitely fire. Heavy Rain is heat.
Heavy Rain is still the best one, dog. I'm sorry, it's still the best one.
I dropped that game.
Oh, when Detroit Become Human?
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. Yes. Story, yeah, definitely.
Yes. The story wise,
Man.
yes, absolutely.
Bro, I
Bro,
dropped
Heavy Rain
Light
story is
Drizzle like in a
fire.
hotel.
I got spoiled on Heavy Rain, so I don't.
That's why, Jack. Because when you get to that ending and oh my god, that shit is heat.
I actually looked up the ending. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted to know what happened. I ain't had a game.
Yeah, that shit fire.
You heard you got spoiled on Spider-Man also, brother.
I did numerous times.
Yeah, keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself.
I hate that for
I ain't
you,
gonna
brother.
say shit. It is what it is, bro. I get spoiled on all the major Sony first party games now.
Somebody, y'all know I don't care about spoilers. It don't bother me. So some rando, hit my DM and sent me the spoiler, and I was like, "Oh, word, say less." And I moved on. Like, bro, you ain't bothering me with that. Like,
did you block him or did you like?
No, you like the tweet, huh?
Nah, I just moved on with my day.
I'm gonna tell you right now, when Last of Us 3 get formally announced, nigga, I'm deleting Twitter. I'm not seeing no spoilers. I'm deleting everything.
That was the worst one, bro. That was the worst one. I think somebody in the fucking Weapon Wheel chat spoiled that shit from me actually in the Discord.
It's gonna be 2027 for that, brother.
I got spoiled on Twitter off of that one. Somebody put it in a
I
fucking reply.
I saw a Mario golf picture and automatically knew what the fuck happened. Like, oh, that's all I had to see.
But how would you know that?
Y'all really think that Last of Us 3 about to be announced soon?
No, we said 2027.
Fam, how would you know that?
Because Alex
means
y'all can't even get trash cans too.
People not stupid. Somebody said Last of Us spoilers without context, and it was a picture of Mario golf. And then the first thing I said was he gets murdered by a golf club. That's the first thing that came to my mind, and that's what. Yeah,
you didn't think that Tiger Woods was going to be in the game, like for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, I don't know what else it could have been. Like
because
when they
we
said,
kind of
okay, I see what's going
most
on.
of us already assumed Joel were gonna die from years before.
Yep.
that.
Right.
So,
Yeah, that was a big rumor.
Well, hold up. You all thought that Kratos was going to die. He ain't die.
He should have. He
should've.
fucking should have.
I did think Kratos was going to die. That's
not so bad, bro.
Because
it was foretold. It was
Ragnarok
foretold on the joint.
Yeah. Ragnarok ending played it too safe. I don't.
It was the
I don't like that
prophecy.
ending.
I don't like. Listen, I always say it. I don't like when franchises are afraid to kill their protagonists. I'm sorry.
Kratos
Sometimes
is always going against prophecy. Like he's always going against fate.
you gotta be okay with clapping the main guy.
I agree with BG, but not all the way. Like for example, I don't think you needed to kill Master Chief. But after Halo 3, they could have left him in that ship and put him on ice for like 3 to 4 games.
So I got a question about that. I feel like in Uncharted 3, one of the things I dislike about that game, they pump fake Sully getting murdered. I think he should have actually died in that game.
That would have had more emotional weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have been a better game, in my opinion.
Because Sully, even being in Uncharted 4, like I feel like this man is 80 at this point. Even though he's not that active no more, I'm like, this man should be dead, bro. Because
he definitely them cargoes and definitely been through some shit, bro.
He really didn't even add nothing to Uncharted 4, to be honest. He definitely could have died in 3, bro. I don't know, man.
Yeah. He definitely should have been clapped. Well, thank you for that trivia question, Dizzy. Appreciate that. Let me read some
Hold on, real quick, BG. Are you going to play the Modern Warfare beta when they go live? I think next week for PC.
No, I have no reason to play any Call of Duty multiplayer. I know I'm not going to like it.
It's either next week or the week after. I can't remember.
Jack, go to the Weapon Wheel DMs. Like, this is a warning if you're watching this video. By the way,
We're gonna be on Foam Stars, ain't that right, BG?
No, sir.
All
right,
Jack,
Super Chats.
how much do I have to pay you to do that, Jack?
Hold on, let me go see. This one be
Shot Red 555. BG will have a baby before Factions 2 comes out.
Facts.
Most likely.
Well, knowing what we know now.
Man, ew. Oh, hell no, Bon. You bugging.
Yeah.
I just seen what they was eating. Fuck no.
Cody Bishop. If you could choose between playing only Alan Wake 2, Spider-Man 2, Mario Wonder, or Sonic Superstars, what are you choosing?
Spider-Man, what the fuck kind of question is this? Ban that person from the chat.
Hold on, what was the question?
Never.
Did you just say never? No kids?
No, she asked me when is Factions 2 coming out. I said no.
I just fucking with you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not really a hard one. Not that those games are. I have all of those games pre-ordered except Sonic. I'm not touching that Garbo. But
you fuck on Mario?
Yeah, Wonder, absolutely.
Okay,
2D.
okay.
Listen, 2D Mario games is.
It's the
I'm on
best
those.
thing to. It's the best thing to play with a girl.
Yeah.
Odyssey was mid, but I know that's 3D, so ain't true.
Yeah, them 3D Mario games is overrated, man. I've been saying that. All right.
Spider-Man 2 and Alan Wake 2, the only games on that list that I'm fucking with.
Yeah. Rufflemutt. I think GameStop is going bankrupt. Haven't they been going bankrupt for like at least 5-6 years or something?
GameSpot is like TNA wrestling. Nobody watches that shit, but somehow it's still in business.
Well, he said, GameStop, yeah. I don't know. Somebody's got to be keeping them afloat.
Y'all seen that? You remember what happened when they was finna go bankrupt? That all them people got on them stocks. They got a movie about that.
Shit kept them afloat a little bit. Yeah,
it's a movie about that right now in theaters. Y'all seen?
But it's back to dying though. That shit, GameStop will not be around in the next 5 years.
Their
I'm
protection
betting that.
plans is what's keeping them alive, bro. People thinking they need to spend $5 to protect a disc of Madden. That's what's keeping them alive.
God. Well, I mean, if you live in the hood, you might need that shit in case somebody robs you.
Nigga, they don't protect it from theft. They protect it if you scratch it, break it.
All right. Game inspection. Naughty Dog not having producers on their team until 2022 explains why their games take forever and cost so much in recent years. Yeah, we're going to talk about all that. GT Gray. Has Bond played Cyberpunk? I'd be willing to buy it to get a playthrough. Oh, you want to buy it?
Cyberpunk will definitely be my next game after I finish Final Fantasy. But right now I am walking around in a Zeus SK with quad ASRM6s, clan variants, and one HAG 20 high assault Gauss rifle.
All right.
With twin medium lasers and a Mask 4.
Talking dirty down.
Supercharger. Yep. I mean, the MechWarrior 5 DLC came out, so, I got to play that shit.
Yeah.
Did you play Armored Core?
No, I don't play with GayCs. Only Battle Mechs and Omni-Mechs. 2C variants.
GT Bato. We are really going to have more remakes, remasters of Last of Us than actual games.
And I'm buying all of them.
We going to get to it.
Now, Jack, you're welcome, because I told you this was going to happen after Demon's Souls, did I not?
You did say something like that.
I told you, I was like, look, if y'all are going to buy a little one-to-one remaster of a game that literally changes nothing but the most minor of quality of life things, they gonna think your asses are sweet, especially when you're all buying it for $70. Oh, rest assured, they gonna give you more.
Demon's Souls needed that.
No, it didn't.
It played badly. The old one played badly.
It, not Demon's Souls. Look,
Demon's Souls is older.
Doesn't matter. It's antiquated.
Both of them are.
Like I said, you gonna be you gonna take the tip. They gonna give you the shaft, and that's what you're getting now.
Anyway, let's see what we got next. The Series S version of Alan Wake 2 won't have performance mode. Doesn't that go against the parity? Are they letting Remedy slide? Did they give him an exception too?
That's not against the parity. There's games that are allowed to be 60 on X and 30 on Series S. Actually, a couple of games launched like that. I think even Cyberpunk launched like that. It got a 60 FPS mode later on the Series S. Same thing with Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So that's always been a thing on some of the games. Some may have, sometimes it may have, may not launch with a 60 FPS mode. And in some cases, it doesn't launch with 120 FPS mode, but they generally get them later.
Mode. I don't understand the whole parity mode. The consoles aren't parity, then why does the feature set need to be?
Yeah, the parity that it needs to have is just that it has to be content parity. Like, so for example, that's where the whole Baldur's Gate 3 was like, well, we want split screen, and they weren't. Split screen was the problem for Baldur's Gate 3 on the Series S, and that's why they couldn't. They delayed the Xbox version, and now they're going to be able to launch it without the split screen. So it's when you jump into that territory, like shit like split screen or like crossplay or shit that's like like feature in a game. But performance parity, no, they don't have. They're not locked to anything. That's why games can launch with ray tracing on Series X, but not on Series S.
I mean, nothing against the S, but like, let's be realistic here. What the fuck were people expecting a $300 machine to do?
Yeah,
I'm not being for it. What was anybody really expecting? Like, the S is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It's a $300 machine. Like, what were people expecting?
yeah. And clearly, the people who buy this thing don't care about performance, the best performance, and the best fidelity. So it's not going to be a big deal for them. They won't care. And I'm pretty sure they even said that on consoles, Alan Wake 2 is going to. It's not even good. I'm pretty sure they said it's not going to be a locked 60.
Yeah,
Even
no.
on like
So
PS5.
they designed the
Xbox
game
Series X.
around. They designed the game around 30 FPS, and they recently added a performance mode option. So which that means is that this performance mode is probably going to be like low resolution or running at like Series S settings on PS5.
And it's going to run at like 50. It's probably going to run at like
That's
50.
terrible.
Yeah, it's not going to be locked. I'm getting that on PC definitely. Y'all ain't playing with me.
Yeah, I might have to get the free version.
Is this running on Unreal or Northlight engine?
No idea.
Like,
I would
are you-
assume North because
you can pretty much see what the performance profile is going to be, right? So what Control did and how Control performed, how the Alan Wake remaster performed when they got their next gen patches.
it's
I would look
Northlight.
to
I
that.
checked. It's Northlight.
Yeah, so then it's going to be pretty much the same. So it's probably going to be like a 1440p. Yeah, I think the native in their games generally are at like 1440p. And it's quality mode, so we'll see.
Yeah.
You can't get a stable 60 at 1440. Come on, man.
Bro, most of these games that have a performance mode, I don't want to say most, but the recent ones I've checked actually are 1080p upscale to 4K on the performance. Lords of the Fallen is going to be that. I think Lies of P might be 1080p upscaled. A lot of them are not even trying for like 1440p no more for the native.
Mm-hmm.
So
crazy.
Yeah. All right. Y'all played that RoboCop demo? Anybody tried that?
Is it on PC only? Is it only on PC? The RoboCop demo?
I don't know. I played it on Steam. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's only the demo's only on PC right now. I played a little bit of it. It's
I'm
cool.
thinking about it. I saw some gameplay of it. They look like they played it close to what I'm used to watching, bro. So I think the game looks fun. It's your standard like stage to stage classic first person shooter game that I'll beat in a weekend. So I'm definitely gonna get it. That in the Terminator game that's coming out.
It runs like shit on PC, by the way.
I had stutters. I had stutters.
Yeah, it runs terrible.
I don't get that. It's a very basic and like rudimentary game, but I had fun with it. I was like, this is clearly like this is not something you would consider a great game by any means.
Yeah,
but for some,
it's not bad though.
Yeah, but it's not bad, and it's like real authentic to like what you think a RoboCop game would play like. Because it literally feels like you're just a cyborg just walking straight, walking forward, and shooting these humans in the head. And like I don't even think there's a crouch button because that kind of makes sense. Why would RoboCop be crouching behind cover? So they don't even let you do that. You're literally just walking forward and shooting all these humans in the head. I assume like there would be some more difficult enemies further in the game, but I don't know. There's like something fun about it where
you know what it feels like, BG?
Yeah,
it feels like one of them like old school like arcade type games, some light gun games. That's what it feels like. House of Dead type shit.
Yeah, I think it's that from what I was looking at, it looks like it's really like destructive, and it's because I saw somebody playing it and like they shot a nigga and the blood splattered on the columns behind
there's good
them. And then
gore.
and like, the walls
and the
and stuff like
environments.
that.
Yeah,
So
There's
destructive environments might be what y'all really fuck
There's
with.
some destruction there, and it makes you feel powerful. Like they actually make you feel powerful in the game. I think that's the good part about it. So yeah, I assume this is not a full price game. It shouldn't be if they're smart.
Make that bad boy 40 real quick.
I need to put that shit in Game Pass, man.
Oh, here we go.
I agree. No, I agree. It does feel like a Game Pass game. It does feel like that. So I don't know. I don't know if I would probably like buy it on sale, like a Steam sale with like $9.99. I think that would be a fire Steam sale game. But it's interesting. And it looks good. It actually looks good. Like it looks pretty clean. You know.
I think they said the game coming to console too, so I want to see how it look on that.
Yeah. I think I didn't see a release date, but I saw like October, but I didn't see a specific date. I don't know. We'll see.
Why did all the devs pick October this year to drop a game?
They're meatheads.
Now they delaying the shit.
Writer strike.
Okay. Let's talk about Assassin's Creed Mirage now. Let me just say this, and I'm gonna let Wonton go first. Assassin's Creed Mirage is the first game I bought this year that I actually regretted. It's the first one, first and only one.
That's crazy.
Every other game, I'm like, okay, I am happy, I am satisfied with what this game is. This is the first regret, first one, bro. It's not it. But I'm gonna let you give your impressions first, Wonton.
So I'll just start and say, when they first announced this game, immediately I was excited because I've been shitting on the new Assassin's Creed games since they announced Origins. Now I actually ended up liking Origins, but other than that, I'm not a big fan of the RPG Assassin's Creeds. To me, those games are not Assassin's Creed. They should have called them something else. That is not true Assassin's Creed. People love Odyssey. Odyssey is fucking terrible to me. Valhalla is okay. I got pretty far in the game. I want to say like 20, 25, maybe 25 hours. But I ended up dropping the game just because it's so fucking long, bro. That game is long as fuck. I know people who spent 70 hours by the time they beat the game. So yeah, I was looking forward to Mirage. They said it's a return to the roots. It's an homage to classic Assassin's Creed. You actually get to play as an assassin. They brought back, stealth elements. So yeah, I was looking forward to it. The funny thing, when reviews started coming out for this game, I saw a lot of people saying like, "Oh, this game is." They were having stupid ass complaints. "Oh, the game is too short." What it seemed like to me is a lot of people who like the newer Assassin's Creed games didn't like Mirage.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. But at the same time, it's like, what were you expecting? They made this game for the people who like classic Assassin's Creed. So, in my opinion, some of the reviews, I don't know, I feel like maybe they were a little disingenuous or the game just wasn't for them. But I'll tell you, I think I have maybe like 8 hours in the game last time I checked. I haven't beaten the story yet because I've been doing a lot of side content. I'm just now getting pretty deep into the story. So far, the most of what I like about this game is in the gameplay. The story and the side content is not very good, which kind of makes sense because from what I understand, this game was actually meant to be an expansion at first, and then they ended up making a whole game. So you can kind of tell that they didn't really focus too much on the story elements. But just getting into some of the features that I like, they brought back some of the notoriety elements from past games, like bribing the town speakers, or like if you do enough crimes or kill people in the street, you got to go around pulling down posters and shit like that. I like that type of stuff. So I like that aspect. They brought back one hit kill assassinations. So if you played the past few Assassin's Creed games, one of the major complaints that I saw from Assassin's Creed fans was you can be standing above somebody, jump down on them and do an assassination and they don't die. They have a fucking health bar and you got to keep fighting. Or it's based on your level, depending on how much damage you do.
Correct.
This game is actually a one-hit kill, like the past games. So that's something that I like, because to me, in my opinion, it's realistic. If I'm getting you by surprise and I put a fucking knife in your neck, you're dead, no matter how strong you are. The stealth elements are better than past games, in my opinion. Way more, variety as far as what you can do with stealth. And again, it feels more like classic Assassin's Creed. One of the things that I like that they did, they pull some elements from the RPG games and kind of merged them with the classic elements in Mirage. Like, for example, the combat. Some people are complaining about the combat in Mirage, but in my opinion, it's not as bad as like past AC games where you literally just hold fucking square and he does an automatic combo. In this game, it's kind of similar to like Valhalla. You have the R1 button to do your attacks. The only difference is in Mirage, it's just that one button. You do all your attacks from R1. You can parry. So the combat's not very deep, not as deep as like Valhalla or Odyssey or Origins, but in my opinion, it's serviceable. The combat's not bad to me. The traversal, people have been talking about the parkour in this game. They say, oh, the parkour is so fast, it's so fluid. In my opinion, it's cool. Like the parkour and everything is cool. I don't feel like it's bad, but it's not anywhere near as fluid as I felt Unity was, or even Syndicate for that matter.
It's not at all.
But it's not bad. The parkour is fun. It's cool. Oh, speaking of parkour, before when they announced this game and they showed the trailers, they kept on hyping up this pole vault system. Oh, now you can pole vault across rooftops. Bro, I'm like 8 hours in the game. I've only done the pole vault like twice. I barely come across it. So I don't know if that's just me and my playthroughs, but like I barely see it.
I haven't come across it at all.
Yeah, so that to me is weird. They made it like a big point of emphasis, but I barely see it at all. Let me see what else I want to say before I let Mafia go. Basically, what I'll say is, if you're a fan of the old Assassin's Creed games, you missed the classic games. This game is definitely worth playing, but I can't recommend it at $50, and I definitely can't recommend it at $70 for the deluxe edition. The deluxe edition, you get a skin, you get a weapon set, and then you get an Alibaba side quest, which I did the side quest. Is basic. It's just basic. It's a basic ass side quest. So I wouldn't recommend paying $70. If you want to play the game, I definitely say, like, if you're a fan of the old ones, play it. Either get it on PC with the Uplay $15 subscription, you get to play a month of it for $15, or get the game on a sale. If you're a fan of the RPG games, like that's what you like about Assassin's Creed, then I would say skip Mirage completely. There's nothing in Mirage that's going to be for you. You're not going to fuck with it.
Hey, from what you played,
yeah.
Is this possible while you playing it? He's like, yeah, I can see them running this shit on the iPhone.
Well, I'll speak on the visuals real quick. The environments look great. The world and the buildings and all that stuff, it's very beautiful. The thing that I noticed for me is the character models. They don't look very good in most places, particularly like the facial. Yeah, and the facial animations, they're not very good. But like the open world is great visually. Some of the clothes, like physics, are weird. And I actually watched Digital Foundry's video to explain that Mirage does this thing where the clothes don't animate until you get to a certain distance, apparently. So that can cause issues. But as far as it running on the iPhone, it's definitely possible. I don't know how the fuck it's gonna look. That's what we gotta wait. I don't know how it's gonna. It might look like shit, but I can see it running on the iPhone. I would never play this game on an iPhone though. If I'm being real, out of all those games that they showed, Assassin's Creed, Resident Evil, Horizon, there's no way in hell I'm playing those games on the phone. There's just no way. So yeah, I don't see that. But just to wrap up my thoughts, let me see. Basically, what I'll say for me, the gameplay and the world and the traversal, all that combined, I'll say like 8 out of 10 on that front. The story is like a 5 out of 10 from what I've played so far. It's very mediocre. Overall, I'll give the game a 7 out of 10 overall from what I've played so far. Like I said, if you're interested, get it on the sale. If you like the RPG games, it's a skip.
Mafia, I'm gonna go after you.
Skip.
All right, so for me, like I heard, it was supposed to be a return to form of Assassin's Creed, but playing it, I didn't really care for the RPG elements. Now, they did do a good job on the stealth because I do like the tools. For example, the throwing knife. One of my favorite combination is the poison, and also with the body corroding. Helps when you got a good crowd around. Also, the smoke bombs are also kind of pretty fun because they have an upgrade where you throw it out and it poisons your enemies while you're trying to get around them. Towards the end of the game, there's going to be a part where you have a good group of enemies, and it's kind of hard to get past all of them. And just by accident, I just managed to do that. Then let's see. So I have a nitpick though. So if you've noticed in the game, R3 is the target, but R3 also does picture mode. If you knock down your enemies with a trap, you can use R3 to kill them. So a lot of times in combat, when I'm just trying to go around and target different enemies, I press the button, something happens unintended, I end up dying or taking unnecessary damage. So that was kind of annoying. The story for an Assassin's Creed game was pretty disappointing. They honestly could have did better or just kept this a story expansion. And like one time we're saying, like some of the character models don't look that great. This is definitely not a next gen looking game.
You can tell it's cross gen for sure.
This game ain't got no.
This man doesn't sound excited at all to talk about this game.
There ain't no multiplayer on this game, right?
I'm really not, because talking about it with a friend yesterday, I was just saying, like, Assassin's Creed was probably my favorite series for a good portion of, like, high school to middle of college, and now playing it is just, like, I did have fun, like, stealthing around and stuff with this game, but overall, it's just, like, it's not something I feel like I want to do all day long. It's just, like, let me beat this and go on to the next game that I got on my list.
So this felt like a step back to y'all. That's what it sounded like to me.
So
it is.
So here's the thing, right? So the part of Assassin's Creed like I've been enjoying is purely the fact that it's a stealth game, right? Back to being a stealth game,
right?
Because I enjoy stealth, but it's not really offering any like real like depth or quality when it comes to its type of stealth that it's offering. So it just feels very sloppy and like and like, bro, it feels like, and we know Ubisoft kind of makes games like this. Like all their other games, this game feels like it was made by like 5 different studios that have never interacted with each other before. It seems like 5 people did 5 different things and they don't cohesively go together. Like even with the visuals are so inconsistent. There was this one scene when I was live streaming, bro. One character, one of the NPCs, his face looked so detailed. And then the dude standing right next to him looked like he was straight out of like a PS3 game. I'm like, how is there such like visual like difference between 2 NPCs standing right next to each other? It made no sense, bro. I was like, this is insane how crazy it looks.
Did you beat the game, BG?
No, it's not good.
Oh, you dropped it? Oh.
I put in like 5 hours. I think I was up to like 5 hours.
I just want to know what the final boss.
I can't necessarily blame you.
So I didn't like. Also, even the skill tree. I don't know. I hate games where like I get like the first things you unlock on the skill tree are not going to be like the best. Not going to be the best unlocks. But when I look throughout that skill tree, I'm like, this is what I'm working towards. Like 80% of that skill tree probably garbage. I think. It was like
I agree.
There was like 2 things in that entire skill tree. I was like, okay, that's fire. I want those. Everything else is like, listen, we need to make up a skill tree. We just need to put anything on there we can think of. Because like, bro, some of the stuff you got to unlock is like, dog. Really?
What's one of the stupid skills?
So other games have done this, but for example, your character will roll automatically to break their fall, so you don't take as much fall.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I hate spending time
that wasn't fire to you.
And resources to unlock something like that. And
that's like a second tier. You gotta upgrade the first skill point just to get to that.
Yeah, man, it's like that's dumb. And here's the thing, like with Assassin's Creed games, I think the combat should be kind of weak because you're not like somebody who's trained in this combat. You're literally an assassin. So I don't. It's so I kind of understand and want the combat to not be good, so it can like push people away from treating this game like treating it like a game where you're supposed to just be taking on enemies directly. It encourages people to actually use the stealth. But
I can agree with that.
Yes, but it's at the same time, it's like, yo, this is a game that this is y'all like prized IP that y'all have been making for like 15 years. It's a difference between like a combat that's like intentionally made to be weak and something that's just flat out sloppy that seems like it's made by some rookie developers. And that's kind of how it seems to be. The movement and the parkour, like I said, I haven't played an Assassin's Creed game since before it became an RPG. But I don't remember the run speed being that slow.
Bro, he's slow as fuck in this game. That's why I was so confused. Everybody's saying, "Oh, it's so fast." Like I'm like, "What? What's fast?"
Sometimes there's like there's the walking animation or the jogging animation and the running animation. Sometimes I can't tell the difference. I'm like, am I running right now? I can't tell.
I can agree with that.
And I hate that you got to run with L3. I just don't feel right to me. I don't know. I hate that.
Yeah,
But you
some
wanna
people
run
said
with
to
A?
remap it. Some people said to remap it, and it's
I want to use the back button. See, I might be on the outlier on this, but I like the old AC games where you literally just ran and they did the climbing automatic. You know what I mean? Like it was the same button.
Yeah.
You just held the button. They would run and they would climb. This game is 2 different buttons. And I can't remember. It might have been that same way on Valhalla. I haven't played it in a while, but I don't like that.
I'm gonna tell you this. Well, BG, you done yet?
Other small things that bother me is like just the level design. Like I did that prison break mission, and it's like, bro, y'all could have been so creative with this, right? If you're gonna the most exciting things about a stealth game is like exploring the different options in which you're gonna go through the level. But it's kind of like it's pretty linear. It's like kind of one path almost. It's like that's not really providing you with options to use the stealth. It's like, bro, there's only one path I can go in this prison for the most part. There was this level with like, and this could, maybe I'm stupid or something. I'm like, maybe I'm slow, but I'm playing this mission, right? I'm playing this mission, and pretty much the mission is to get these herbs. The herbs are in a pot, but you don't know which pots. Some of the pots have poison in them, right? So. And the joint literally says the botanist knows which pots are the right ones. So I'm in the area and I'm like, okay, where's the botanist? And I'm using the eagle because you can use your eagle to search. I'm like, maybe the eagle will spot like, and I can highlight where the botanist is. Can't find the botanist. I'm like searching around the area, going in every single building, can't find the botanist. Like, like this is where you start to appreciate developers who know how to make like environmental clues. They're not going to hold your hand and tell you where what you're looking for. That's not what I want. But there should be some environmental clues, something to hint like, okay, let me use my brain and like explore. Bro, I was looking for like an hour. I did not find that dude. So it's just like, what? Like, where was this guy? So eventually I figured out that the right herbs were marked with X. But it's the point like, okay, but why did y'all tell me about this botanist when he's like nowhere to be found and there's no clues to where exactly he was even at? And I thought I was tripping. I asked some other people, they couldn't figure it out either. I'm like, bro, like that's just bad game design. You know what I'm saying? Like the game is a mess. It's don't buy it. Don't buy it, bro.
And I won't say all that. What I will say though is, to all the people that kept begging for them to go back to classic Assassin's Creed, you got what you want and you don't like it.
But that's not the problem, though.
But the thing is,
even classic Assassin's Creed, it's just like a scaled down.
It's a stripped down version of the game.
It's classic Assassin's Creed, but it's badly made. That's the problem. It's the problem is not that it's that's actually the best part of it, is that it feels classic. But it also feels like it was made by that studio in India who never made a game before and they got taken off a project. That's what it feels like. It feels like it was made not by the A or B team, but by the C team.
It was Ubisoft Bordeaux, and they were formed in 2017.
Yeah. So I mean, the game again, visually, the game is a mixed bag. They got certain elements of the game that look good and a lot of elements that look very like mediocre with the characters. The character details, this is a downgrade from previous Assassin's Creed games that I played. I'm not a fan of the first assassin you meet. Her voice drives me nuts. I keep trying to clear
Oh yeah.
every time I hear her talk.
She smoked like six cigarette packs.
You know
a day
she's
or
in
something.
Mass Effect. She's in Mass Effect 2 and 3.
Yeah.
She's been in a few games. I looked her up. She's been in a few games.
Yeah, I remember
With that same voice?
those commercials back in the day where they tried to get you to not smoke cigarettes, and they had the person with the microphone up to their
Hold up
neck.
your throat.
That's how she
bro.
sounds.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Where was the
yeah.
person that said don't eat?
Oh God.
So it was but overall, I mean I'm playing it. I mean, I want to get through it, but I don't think it's like a no buy. Clearly this should have been a part of the Valhalla expansion because the way that Valhalla ended, it only made sense. They probably still could have gotten away. This should have been realistically the same price as the Wrath of the Druids expansion, which was like, I think $30-$40. But overall, man, I recommend for people who want a taste, like for people who do like the RPG Assassin's Creed, this is not a bad freaking what they call these standalone expansions now. They got a cute name for them now, but
sequel.
Yeah, it's not a bad, like, to see if you would like any of those games, because I struggle with the traditional classic Assassin's Creed games. So I know, and when I started playing this one, I'm like, oh, I can get jiggy with this. And I was like, if I can get jiggy with this, that means the core Assassin's Creed fans are gonna hate it. Because that's how I realized, like, yeah, they ain't gonna like this shit, because it's like, all right, so I was playing this to get myself connected with the previous games. I was like, all right, I get through this game and then I'll go back and try to finish Unity, Syndicate, and maybe Black Flags or some shit like that. But yeah, it is a lazy attempt at bringing it back to the classics. It got some good, and the good is like the environments. The game runs pretty decent on if you're playing on next gen consoles, but it's not saying much because it's not like a visual, like, it's not doing anything special. The character models in the game is on the poor side. The way that some of these characters look, there's this little kid you meet in the beginning of the game, dude, like he's cracked out.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, how did they do this? And it's not a good. It's unfortunately
Guys
it's not a
bugging
good
out his head and shit.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's like the main characters and then regular NPCs. There's no like improvement. You know how in games where like there's characters that are important to the game, there's like some sort of visual upgrade or some level of detail to them.
They got better costume.
Yeah, everybody kind of just on that, like, yeah, we're all peasants here. So, but I mean, I would say I do find myself enjoying mediocre games or games that people don't like. So I don't see, it's not something I'm going to drop. I'll definitely probably finish the game. And only because I played a whole lot of Valhalla. I know who Basim is and what he is now and what he means to the story. So that's where my interest comes in of wanting to complete it. But I mean, I won't say it's a don't buy, but if you got Uplay or Ubisoft Connect, whatever they call the subscription service, definitely play it there. I don't know if I'll say $50 is too expensive. It seems it's pretty fair for what you get, but
it's too expensive.
With the story being ass, $50 is too much. I say get this shit $30, $25, or the Uplay $15. Do that. But the thing that's carrying the game for me, like literally the only reason why I'm enjoying it at all, is because of the stealth and the assassinations. That's the most fun I'm having. Being able to, like, climbing buildings, figuring out, okay, how am I going to take out this enemy? It gives me the same feeling as the old games. Jumping off, doing air assassinations. That's the most fun that I'm having. Also, one thing I forgot to mention, before this game came out, there was some leaked gameplay. Well, I guess it wasn't leaked. It was part of the previews, where Basim has this move where he like teleports and assassinates. And some people were like, including me, they were like, whoa, this is looking like the newer games. We didn't ask for that. But I will say, I'll take it back. That I actually like that ability. It's very fun to use. Where you like mark your targets and he fucking teleports and kills them. I don't mind it. But yeah, this going back to what Smooth said, we asked for this, and now we don't like it. The issue I'm having is it's like I like some of the aspects of it, the assassinations, the stealth, but it's not the full package. It's like it's giving me a taste of old Assassin's Creed, but it's not actually satisfying that need. It's not actually giving me that fulfillment that I wanted. I've just come to accept that they moved on. They doing RPG games. They doing RPGs. That's their new focus. It is what it is. I am kind of looking forward to the next RPG game. I think it's set in Japan. From what they've said about it, it sounds interesting, but I mean, we don't know until we see more. So, I just don't think it's ever going to go back to the way Assassin's Creed used to be. So it just is what it is. I will say though, and I don't know how you feel, Mafia or Smooth, if they were going to go back to Assassin's Creed, we might have been better off with a remake of like AC1 or AC2. That might have been better, but yeah. I don't think we ever going to get that old AC back, man. Unfortunately.
Seems that way. I think.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, I agree. It's yeah, but then again, this is more so probably a cash grab because this was definitely intended to
absolutely
be a part of Valhalla. So I'm not willing to write them off just yet. We know we're gonna get our Japanese RPG version, and then they're gonna make probably a proper one. But yeah, like at this point, I don't know how many stories you can tell. I think Assassin's Creed is old enough to do a proper reimagining with the mechanics and going back to his stuff.
Bro, it's been 15 years. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
You know what might be cool though, and I probably would like this if they found a way to merge the RPG elements with the classic elements, but like not what they did with Mirage. Like I'm talking about like a full.
The closest you're gonna get to that is Origins.
See, and that Origins is the only one that I like. I like Origins. I don't like Odyssey, and Valhalla was mid to me.
All right,
Valhalla's not bad. It's just to me, it's only good for like the first maybe 10, 15 hours, and then after that, it started to drag for me. Or Odyssey, I did not like at all.
Odyssey was my favorite. Like Odyssey and Origins was one of my. I have a hard time choosing between Origins and Odyssey. The thing about Origins, it respected my time. It wasn't as bloated.
I agree.
The story was dope, and I maybe I'm biased because you have to play as a black character. I like the storyline, and then Egypt was also just a good location. Odyssey though, I don't know. I put a whole. I bought into the bloat. I played that game for a long time, and all the expansions and whatnot. And I like the character. I like. I played as Cassandra. I didn't bother with the Alexios gameplay, but I did like what you could do. You pretty much were a demigod by the end of the game, and maybe that's probably why I like about it, because that just felt like so pretty much invincible, like that I couldn't like die or anything like that. And they really did a good job making you feel like some sort of a god in that game. But I don't know, some people don't like it. But I really liked Odyssey.
All right.
Also, I don't know about y'all, but BG back. Okay, go ahead, BG.
Yeah, that's enough Assassin's Creed talk. Yeah, so I'm sad that Mirage turned out to be something that not good in my opinion. Sucks. And I feel like it's a setup, because then they gonna be like, oh look, we gave y'all what y'all asked for, y'all didn't like it. No, but you didn't make it good. So
right.
Sucks.
Get it on the sale. I say get it on the sale, man.
Yeah. All right. So there's a rumor that there's going to be like a DLC for God of War Ragnarok. Maybe we play as I would assume we play as Atreus mostly or completely. Some people don't like that idea. Like I said, I like Atreus's gameplay style. I'm surprised some of y'all not tired of playing as Kratos all the damn time.
What if you play as Thor? That'd be kind of heat, wouldn't
it? Or his daughter. Remember his daughter got the hammer now.
That'd be fire.
People wouldn't like that though. They
you know what they're gonna say if you play as a woman?
They're gonna complain. It's woke. She's a woman with a woke. She got a hammer. Why would all that? But no, I'm
To be
not
fair,
I'm not against it.
this rumor came out, if I remember correctly, a few months ago because it was like a LinkedIn thing. People was like, "Oh, there's a Santa Monica dev," and they had like it said something about God of War DLC, and then we got another like leak this past week from one of the insiders. So it seemed like it's real.
Because they said they weren't gonna work on DLC before the game
Yeah.
came out. I think they did. So I don't know. We'll see. All right.
Like a Lost Legacy type joint.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I think it would be cool. Metroid Prime 4 has a placeholder date now for 2024. Any possibility it actually comes out? Bond? Metroid Prime 4? Yeah.
No. Metroid Prime 4 will be out before Trashkins 2.
But you don't believe it's coming out next year?
Nah, it depends on when the Switch 2 comes out. That game right now, they might as well delay it to Switch 2. There's no
Yeah, that'd be a
point
good launch
really-
title for the new Switch.
Yeah, there's no point in it coming out now because the Switch market's already saturated. You know, you could hold the Switch people over with some like little Mario games and some like B Squad games, but I feel like at this point it's more important for Nintendo to hold the heavy hitters for the Switch too.
The rumor is spring for the Switch 2.
When's the rumor for Factions 2?
It's canceled.
2050.
Pretty much.
Damn.
Since Bond is
Hate to see it.
hungry to get to it, we might as well touch on it now. So I think the latest news in the factions turmoil and development hell is Anders Howard, who is the principal designer that Naughty Dog hired about a year ago. He's like the guy behind the Fortnite monetization system that they brought on because they obviously needed an expert to know how to monetize the game properly. He's now left the studio after a year, which is a very bad sign because how do you monetize a live service game without the monetization expert? The answer is you can't. So put on ice, clearly, that's an understatement. Canceled, possibly, likely, definitely leaning towards very likely. But listen, like the video I made, I know it may not be the long-term answer they wanted, like to make money off of it long term by making it into a live service game. But I think they can get rid of a lot of the stuff that they wanted in this game, like the co-op and the story. Like, bro, why does this multiplayer game need a story? It doesn't. Nobody would care, right? I think all that unnecessary stuff that they added to like pad what this game was going to be, I say you get rid of all of that stuff and you just release a good multiplayer game. I think that's the only way you could possibly save it. Because like I said, think about it. We played Factions as bare bones Factions is a very bare bones game, right? And we played it for like 6-7 years. Part of that is because there was not like a lot of other multiplayer games that I feel like I liked and the people I played Factions with liked also. So it wasn't purely out of we love the game that much, but people are still playing Factions now. Like, think about it. There are multiplayer games that came out after Factions that died. And Factions is still being played. You can find a game instantly right now. So
any chances that the rumor of a Last of Us 2 remake has Factions 2 on it? Or remaster?
No, I don't think so. No.
No.
So my point is, I think you can just salvage this by just releasing a regular multiplayer game instead of like completely just wasting any progress you've made. I think that's the answer.
But do you know how much work it would be for them to strip away all the live service shit they added? It's gonna take even more. It's gonna take even longer to do that.
A lot of service is just dressing on top of the gameplay you already have. That's just how you make money through what you're already playing with. That ain't.
I have a question here, Jack.
No, because you have to make content. Live service games usually launch with bare bones content because they added later.
Live service games come with cosmetics and what you're doing, like Rocket League. You getting different cars, colors, celebration goals, theme music, shit like that, rims. That the gameplay is still the same, whether you buy anything or not.
Jack, I was told, well, actually, no, I wasn't told. You were told that, don't worry, everything is going to be fine. Sony's going to pull through. This is how it always is. Don't worry. Stop complaining. What you got to say about that, Jack?
What I have to say is, man,
Jack was still wrong about everything, by the way. But go ahead.
Sony's in the midst of their most successful 3 years after launch. I feel that. I feel like BG's being emotional right now, and he's looking at it with rose-tinted glasses because other generations of PlayStation also had canceled games. I don't see an issue.
They did.
I love it. I have no complaints. I have no problems.
See, you know, first of all, let me say this. Jack got to stop acting like the comment section be against him. When Jack, you have way more glazers than haters. They be glazing. You know that.
What?
I hate this term.
Jack be acting like the comment section. Oh, they hate me. They're against me. They're literally on your side.
I haven't said anything about the comment section.
No, but usually from podcast to podcast, you be acting like they against you when they be for you. They on your side. You be wanting to be a victim.
You want me to go read comments from the past 2 weapon wheels?
Man, those are a few side.
A few. Let's see.
Weapon wheel comment section been on Jack ass for the past year.
Jack, go read your favorite
at least
from last week episode.
Favorite 5. Let me just find a few comments for BG.
Because Jack gets a little dramatic, but the majority of the comment section be on his side. They be against me.
I don't know about majority.
They be against me. He has the glazers on him. He's definitely getting glazed. Okay, so. But
let's
only
see here.
Only thing I gotta say real quick is like, because people were asking me, "Are you gonna say Jack?" No, Jack was right. No, because last week the conversations we've been having, factions been in development hell. So nothing's changed. The conversation we had was with that fact, knowing that fact. So I don't know why factions further being in development hell changes any type of like conversation or debate we've had. Nothing changed. We've been through that.
It's all right. Back, man.
We didn't know the game was on ice though, right? Or in danger of being canceled.
Especially it's a slap in the face when you've been, praising this game for the past couple of years, and they had enough wherewithal and time to make an entire TV show, and we still ain't got the multiplayer part of that game.
You got comments you want to read, Jack? Or you?
Sure. Let's see here. SAO COFD 5656 says Jack is way too emotional. He's beyond ration. Dan O'Man 64 used to like listening to Jack, but now it's just sad and depressing. Okay, cool. I can't get this other podcast. Oh, here's one. Jay Making It Rain 2356. Jack doesn't even play games anymore. Why is he on a gaming podcast? All right, here we go. Lamarcus Doss 5039. Jack crazy as hell. PS5 launch with Miles. What the fuck is he saying? Smiley face.
Miles.
Oh, here's one from Slickstar 96. Jack wants next gen now. It takes time. PS4 didn't pick up until Uncharted 4. PS3 didn't pick up until what do you say? Super late. PS5 is going to take time, the same amount of time or longer. But it's not like we're getting good games right now. We forgot Sifu, Kana, and Returnal. For that reason, I can't. And Returnal, and for that reason, I can't agree with Jack.
Don't some of those comments like actually make a good point though, Jack?
Yeah. Sifu, Kana, and Returnal the past 3 years.
No, that's I don't know what his point is with that because those are not first party.
Oh, here's Samson 3121. Jack sounds like an old woman. Natural Fitness 23. Did Jack drop out of elementary school?
What the fuck?
Jack, I gotta say, compared to what they be talking about me, this is reasonably tame. This is lighthearted. This is nice.
Okay,
cool, funny as hell. An old woman.
Cool. I wish this other podcast comments would pull up, but it won't pull up for me.
They call me way worse than that, Jack. That's light. That's nothing. You should be flattered.
Look, there ain't nothing light about
I'm on the wrong thing.
Podcast.
Oh my gosh.
So
I put up the wrong comment section.
Am I wrong, Alex?
Hey, listen, I don't want to dogpile him right now.
Jack, I will. I'm gonna make you an offer. All right. Let's say this, because people want to know. Oh, what would it take for you to admit Jack was right? If next year, let's say next year, and I'm gonna make this fair but hard on myself. I would say Jack would be right if like next year they don't release at least 3 first-party games. I think that's because we could consider that a good year. I think that's fair. That's a good year, right? 3 first-party games.
Are you counting games like MLB The Show? Because that's automatically gonna be 1.
No, I won't count that, and I won't count remasters either. I won't count remasters.
Wow. Shit, then we lucky to get 1 then. Fuck.
Yeah, won't count
You
MLB The Show.
count Helldivers too, because they don't own the studio. But
No, that's second party. That's second party.
Okay,
So
okay.
I'll give you.
All right.
So I will say you're right if they don't release at least 3 first party games, or 2 first party games, 2 second party games, and like 2 or 3 major third party. You know what I'm saying? Like it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a fair.
Interesting.
You think that's fair? Or we could just keep it to 3 first party.
If you keep it to 3, because I mean that's the Xbox
That last one,
standard.
you got way too much leeway on that last one.
Because I'm saying if it's 3, like they're not releasing 3 first party games.
Going by those rules this year, are they at? Let me see. Well, we got Horizon Call of the Mountain. We got that one, and we got.
And I'm not counting VR
Spider-Man.
games. I won't count VR games.
Oh, you're not. Oh,
I
by that
won't
logic, we got Spider-Man 2 this year.
I'm a fair
so,
person,
I mean,
and I'm not looking for no loopholes because that's what my expectation is for them next year. They should drop 3 first party
3 first party games.
Will they do
wow.
that? I'm not saying I know they will, but I'm saying that's my expectation.
that would be
This is my question to you,
expectation, too.
BG. If that's your expectation, how are we in October and we don't know? If it's 3 first party games coming out next year, we don't know 1.
That's a lot,
crazy.
and those are AAA. Those will be AAA games.
That's
you know they want to
crazy.
promote those.
They would be.
You know they want to promote those ahead of time. So
Yeah. Listen, I'm not saying I know. I'm saying based on what I think PlayStation should be doing, that's a fair expectation from us.
You're right. They should be. You're right.
That's what they should be doing. So
You're right.
that's, my argument once again towards Jack has always been like I disagree with him with the assessment of the last 3 years. And I can't say what 2024 is because it's obviously not here yet. But if it comes and it goes and we don't get at least 3, I got no problem saying, what are y'all doing? But to this point, I feel personally I've had no reason to complain. So I think that's fair. So 3 first party games. If they don't do that, I'll come out here and say they tripping they ass. They something going on.
So you're confident that they can release 3 first party games next year?
I'm not saying I'm confident. I'm saying that's what they should do. And
if I was Sony, honestly,
You holding them to a standard.
yeah,
I don't even think I would because, bro, they don't have a reason to release nothing because people are not upset. People are
Their fan base, yeah.
they're satisfied. They get a PlayStation Portal here and there. They get a movie stream, so they're cool. They don't give a fuck. Naughty Dog hasn't released a brand new game in going on 4 years. People don't care. They're happy. They're satisfied. So if I was PlayStation, honestly, I wouldn't release shit. Especially if I got Square Enix to making pseudo exclusives and you got the Rise of the Ronins of the world and I wouldn't release shit for what?
because
I just wait. I just wait.
if the theory is that these games are in development and Jim's Ryan approach was just keep quiet until like they are extremely close, then it should be possible. It should be, but like I said, I don't really know if that's the case. I think it's possible though. I don't know.
That's terrible
we'll see.
business, in my opinion.
It's strange. It's strange business, and it's different from
Like,
what
if you
we're
know your
used to.
game is planned to come out in the next 2 years, show it. The only issue I have is if you got a game and it's not coming out for 5 years, obviously don't show it. But if it's coming out in the next 2 years and that's your target goal, you should be showing that game.
Yeah. And the other thing is, and I've been saying this also, Naughty Dog not releasing an actual new game this generation yet, and probably won't until like 2027. They'll be lucky if they squeeze out of this generation with 2, right? And so their
Yeah, that's
output is trash. Nobody denies that.
So let's see. PS3 they came out with Uncharted 1, 2, 3, Last of Us, Left Behind, Uncharted. What PS4 they did? What?
Uncharted 4,
Lost
Lost Legacy, and
Last of
Last of Us Part 2. That was it.
Yeah.
That was
Wait,
it.
did they do a Jack and Daxter during the PS3
No.
era?
Oh,
No.
what?
Just remaster.
And this gen, they've done nothing. Well,
They done 2 remasters.
So
One
they're
remaster,
turning-
one
I mean,
complete.
if you're not counting remasters and remakes, then they've done nothing.
done shit.
They're turning into Rockstar. Okay.
Yeah. And that and my thing is, like, PlayStation lets Naughty Dog do this because when they finally release a game, it's this 95 rated game of the year, critically acclaimed thing. But
Yeah.
the thing is, you can't take this long, and PlayStation doesn't have any, like, I would say double A developers. I think that's the bigger problem. If you're gonna have one studio take this long, you gotta have somebody that, like, fill the gaps. And it can't be Insomniac because their output is amazing. You need, like, somebody else. That's why I think they should have, like, 2 developers that make good AA games, because they can get something out every 3 years. But you can't have just all AAA studios.
Well, if you want somebody
That's
to
not
fill the
good.
gap, you better call Dr. Trey.
Oh god.
And this is the crazy part about Naughty Dog. The rumor was that, I think we first saw this in Jason Schreier's article last year. The rumor was that they're making, it was technically 3 games. It was Factions, a new IP, and then early development.
Stray's Cross or something like that.
Yeah, and then early development on Last of Us 3. We going into 2024. They might be lucky to get one game. I don't know if they could drop the new IP and Last of Us 3 in the next
Naughty
few
Dog
years.
is becoming Retro Studios.
Yeah.
Speaking of Retro Studios, you know who really is becoming Retro Studios? Blandrew. I thought he was supposed to be back on full time.
Said he's coming November.
Oh God! And then
Oh, yeah, he did
November
say
will
that.
turn into December, and then December will turn into the New Year, and then I'll be I got a girlfriend after Valentine's Day. Then it'll be spring, and then I'll be on vacation. Then it'll be next fall by the time he on regularly.
You miss him?
No.
Oh, why not?
I like Blandrew.
How the fuck can you,
Men can't say they miss other men.
How can you miss somebody that ain't? Do you miss a ghost?
Don't do Blandrew like that. That's our guy. Oh yeah, and Naughty Dog, they had laid off 25 contractors who were like QA people, obviously, testing the game. How are you gonna make a live service game without testers? You can't.
I'm not gonna lie, BG, but it's kind of crazy that despite all the shit, Halo Infinite came out.
Yeah.
But this game's not coming out.
Like I said, strip the game down, release just a regular multiplayer game. What they should do.
Well, like you said, multiplayer games are better now than they've ever been.
Question for you again, then, because everybody's very critical of game releases. Would you guys rather Factions to release like Halo Infinite release or not release at all?
Like Halo Infinite.
Halo Infinite.
I'd rather play. Like if it was going to be if a delay meant a good game, fine, I'll wait. But if this is no game, then nah, just release what you got, Adam. To pique my
to
curiosity.
spend all this time and not to get anything for it, that's crazy.
Yeah, because bro, like I said, if we can play, Factions had 2 modes, three, and if we could play that for years, I feel like you can release whatever you have now, and you could always like kind of turn a game into a live service later on. There's several games that have done that.
What did you say you think?
Say it again.
What did you say you think?
I said
it
I think
doesn't matter what you think because Sony doesn't give a damn.
Oh,
Hence
God.
why they didn't put their multiplayer.
You hit me
on
with
their
rock bars?
PC ports. Yeah. Yeah, if Sony gave a damn about multiplayer, all the PC versions of these games would have had multiplayer with a thriving online modding community. They don't give a damn. You know where Sony's making all their multiplayer money from?
Fuck are they making it from, Bond?
Niggas playing Call of Duty and buying op passes and Cardi B launches and shit like that.
Cardi B?
Yo, they spent
Op pass.
yeah, they spent whatever operator passes, op passes.
Why do you think they were fighting so hard to keep Call of Duty away from Microsoft? They ain't making any multiplayer shit. They got that new contract with their multiplayer bread and butter is Call of Duty. That's all it is. They don't give a damn to make any kind of multiplayer. They are not competent. First of all, it's not even about them being competent in making live service games, because 95% of developers aren't competent in making G-ass games. The problem isn't exactly multiplayer. It's the whole, we need to make a successful G-ass game. Everybody wants to make the new Grand Theft Auto Online. Everybody wants to be the next Fortnite. It's just like everybody wanted to be the next Street Fighter 2. Everybody wanted to be the next Doom. Everybody wanted to be the new PUBG. Gaming comes and goes with these fads that everybody tries to copy. This won't be the first fad. This won't be the last fad.
But let me ask you, because remember, I there was a point where I said, I mean, I still feel this way, that I would be completely fine with a regular multiplayer game. It's just that nobody makes regular multiplayer games now. Every multiplayer game is inherently a games as a service. Shooter. But remember, I said, like, I believe that you could release a regular multiplayer game and people, a certain audience, would be fine with it. But I remember y'all telling me you can't do that.
No, you can, but that audience is on PC, not on consoles.
It's also huge because games cost so much fucking money to make nowadays. That's a huge
a group of like basement dwelling social rejects made like a Roblox Battlefield game, and it took off and was successful. Sony should be able to make a multiplayer game with all their money and developers. I'm sorry, there's no excuse. Bottom line is this: if the multiplayer game doesn't succeed on PC, it's damn near almost dead. There are not many multiplayer games out there that people are playing that are not popular on PC.
Listen, I think they just need to get it out.
Hey, BG,
and if the quality is there, it speaks for itself. Go ahead.
You ain't like Foam Stars, but you don't feel like that was a traditional return to multiplayer? They had 5 or 6 modes, customization.
I never got to play the Foam Stars beta. I wasn't home. I was at Eagles game, which Bond constantly reminds me.
Yeah, I know.
Are they doing another beta
on Twitter?
I don't know when. I just hope that shit release.
I can't think of a good name for Foam Stars.
I think I got one, but I'm not about to give it to
you. Yeah, it's right there. I'm not saying it.
Yeah. Wait, it'll start with a C? It'll start with a C?
That doesn't rhyme with foam, though.
That's close enough.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Doesn't rhyme with foam.
What is
Listen.
Never mind.
The last multiplayer game that's been a go-to for me was probably Battlefield 1, man. Like, I'm still here.
Rogue Company came out after that.
Yeah, I guess. But I do really like that game, but
best multiplayer generation, Jack.
Well, hey man, this is what people want, and what we gotta also realize, man, I feel like a vast majority of people just don't want the fucking game, because every time it's delayed, anytime there's bad news around it, oh cool, I don't care anyway. They're doing great over there. Yay. Cancel the game. So don't nobody want the game, man. People didn't play the first game online, bro. It is what it is.
Like I said, unless it's like the Roblox, the Minecrafts, the Fortnites, the Apex, people don't like it. Like dog, Halo was a failure because like people just don't play those games anymore. Battlefield was a failure. People don't play those games anymore. I know Battlefield's was a trash launch, but Battlefield has had trash launches before. Like dog, think of how many multiplayer games have been dying. Titanfall, Battlefield, like it's like, what's that one meme where the Grim Reaper is like knocking on doors and everything?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Multiplayer games just dying. And you know what's funny about this? Who was that one dickhead that said single player games aren't it anymore?
That was somebody from EA, and Phil Spencer said something like that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Are we surprised that the person with the least successful console and like dwindling, the guy that said that good games aren't enough to switch the tide, are we surprised that jackass said that? This man is on his way to usurping that. This man is on his way to usurping that man. You know what? We might as well just call him this man now. This man, that man.
Well, this man had released a multiple successful multiplayer game, so
this is true. I mean, yo, Smooth is right. That's wild to know that the Phil Spencer regime has released more successful multiplayer games than Sony has in the last decade. That's damning to hear that.
Like PlayStation has just coddled niggas into not caring to be competitive or have multiplayer.
Yes, I've been said that. The
whole ecosystem is based around being welcome, not having the games aren't difficult anymore. The trophies are fucking piss poor easy. You know, you can even go back to their last online games. Uncharted 4, you can't see nobody level online. They got to be on your friends list. They don't put the KDs up. So it's
you know what? You know why Sony probably also doesn't want to make multiplayer? They probably can't figure out a way to install accessibility options in the multiplayer for niggas that suck.
That too. If Factions 2 ever does come out, it's gonna be littered with fucking crutches in the game. It's gonna be crazy, bro. It's probably not gonna even be playable for it. That Bond got a point.
And this is what I'm saying with Overwatch. Another failed multiplayer game, Overwatch 2, by the way. A lot of these developers get in their way because instead of just making a fucking good game, they have to cater to the irregulars and the people with one leg and 4 fingers and 3 arms and all kinds of crazy shit. And yes, I understand these people want. I understand these people game too, but you cannot run a business by ignoring 95% of the audience while catering to 5% of the audience. Business does not work that way.
But you know that on Twitter, the minority is the loudest group on any social media. So it's gonna be the 20 niggas that couldn't scratch their stomach and pat their head at the same time. They the ones that.
That's the only reason no accessibility options is the way it is because people on Twitter, really the fucking 10 people on Twitter complain.
Yep. Yeah, I've never played. I don't remember what it was. It was either Uncharted or Factions. I never really played those games online, but I do remember a time where Jack and Hardy and BG said that shit was lit, and then it just felt like every update y'all kept bitching more and more and more until y'all dropped it.
Yeah,
am I wrong or am I right?
No, it's still fun, but absolutely, yeah. They did that with patches.
Well, the game is broken now. You can shoot the walls now, so it's not as much fun.
Yeah. What else was there something else related to this? There was something else with Naughty Dog. I can't remember. Yeah,
the last was to remaster.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. A developer put in his LinkedIn profile that he name dropped The Last of Us 2 Remaster, which also means it's probably going to PC. Because that's usually what they do when they remaster a game. It's usually also for PC, and they might do this when season 2 of Last of Us comes out, because that's kind of around the time they released Last of Us Part 1, even though that was more of a remake. You know the deal. So yeah, it's probably real.
Well, we're not getting season 2 of Last of Us till 2025. I think this remake is coming out next year, or remaster, I should say.
Nah, that's coming out next year. They need to fill out the 2024 roster, dude.
Yeah, that's what I think the remaster coming out next year.
I would get the PC version.
It's already 1400p, 60 frames per second on the
yeah. That's what I'm trying to figure out what they're gonna do.
It ain't gonna be native 4K, so it's got to be 1800p upscaled and then 60 frames.
Maybe they add ray tracing, but I don't recall that game having a whole lot of puddles.
They're not adding.
No, it does. You're in Seattle. It's a lot of rain and shit.
It's really just to have a native version on the PS5. That's all they're really doing it for, and to put it on PC. They're not going to do anything extra with it.
What does you know what? I ain't gonna ask that. No,
I will get the PC version though. So
All right, cool.
I'm definitely copying it. I gotta copy it, but especially. But hey, Jack, be real though. Remember what they did with The Last of Us 1 remake? They did the special edition with the box and all that. If they do something like that, Last of Us 2, you're not copying?
I'm not. That one again? I am not. Exactly. This is the thing about me. This is the thing about me one time, right? when I was, if I do something and it fucked me over, bro, I tend to learn from that, right? So I'm not buying this game at all. I don't know why people don't. I did not buy the Legacy of Thieves collection. I said I'm not buying that game. I'm not playing it. I think BG got the game. We game share partners. I think it came to PS Plus when I was subscribed to it. I could turn that game on right now and get 2 platinum trophies, 100 something. I have no want to do that. I'm not buying that game. The only way I will buy the Last of Us 2 Remastered, they would have to literally go in and add cutscenes, story. They're not doing none of that. I'm not buying this fucking game at all. I don't give a fuck what.
What if they had a part where you could play as Lev? Would you do it?
If they actually did, their job and added something to the game, yeah. If they made new content, which they supposed to been doing the past 3 years, yeah, I buy it.
Well,
But
there should have been Tommy. There should have been Tommy DLC in this game, though.
They could have done like a director's cut with an alternate ending, maybe, since a lot of people wasn't feeling the ending.
But that wouldn't make sense because they're making a third game.
Yeah,
that wouldn't
no
make
alternate
sense.
endings. That ruins stuff.
It could have been a different way. Doesn't mean you have to change the outcome. Just
alternate endings ruin things.
They had ample opportunity. They had ample opportunity. They fully remade the first game from the ground up, quote unquote.
Yeah, that's true.
They had ample opportunity to put in additional content, and they didn't do it. So I don't know why people would think they put in. If they did it, I would be heavily surprised. I don't think they're gonna do it, and I'm not buying this shit. I don't know why people think I'm buying this shit.
Can y'all think of any game where they gave you an option and the sequel allowed you to play that entire option out?
Didn't
Mass
Effect do that or something?
Mass Effect.
There's been games where they a lot when things happen when you had to like split away. They in the DLC they allowed you to play that alternative version. Like for example, in like Gears, there was missions where Marcus and Don split up with like Barrett and Cole. And then in the DLC, you got to play what they did, or like, you know what I mean. So like Tommy, so BG mentioned like Tommy had like a portion where he was trying to snipe. Was it Abby?
Yes.
I want to see how he got to that point and like.
Yeah, he was traveling through. Like that's easy. Tommy DLC is very like it's easy because he had a whole adventure going through Seattle, just like
he went to Seattle before Ellie did.
Yeah, before Ellie did, and so that's very easy. It's a shame they actually didn't do that.
I got a question for y'all. I saw a comment. I don't know how valid this is, but they said that Naughty Dog usually goes years without a producer. Did y'all see that? Y'all think this has anything to do with that?
Well, GI said it earlier in the super chat. They didn't hire producers until last year. They for years, like the past decade, they've made all their games without any producers on staff, because they feel like they didn't need any. But because games are getting bigger and budgets are getting bigger, they finally hired some producers last year. That was the report.
Been big for them. I mean, I don't know if that's a testament to their skill that they did all this without a nigga sitting here, doing a T chart of scheduling and this and that and who needs to be hired for this and that. But that's crazy. They went this whole time without any producers.
They just feel like they didn't need any. Now they feel like they do.
Yeah,
they definitely do.
Yeah, the remaster is the problem, absent of other newer games. Like it's by itself. Like I said, I have no problems with remasters or remakes. That's always been my stance. It's that it's only bad in the absence of anything else. So,
well, this is what we're getting. This is what we're gonna have to deal with. People are gonna buy it, and that's it. Enjoy.
I got a question for y'all. What if the narrative changes to where Insomniac take that title? Because Naughty Dog.
They already given them that title too. Some people.
Yeah, in 2 years, if we get nothing new from Naughty Dog, are y'all gonna start leaning towards Insomniac?
Insomniac has put out 3 more games than Naughty Dog this generation.
I've been seeing that. Like
conversation, bro. I feel like people gonna start having that conversation.
I've been seeing that, and like I've seen some people go to the extent of calling Naughty Dog a mid developer. That's dramatic.
Hell no. What?
They're a studio that has trash output. You can't say a developer is mid because their output is bad. Because
BG, what's your best ability?
Availability, but still, like
what is available for Naughty Dog?
Nothing right now. But that still doesn't make you a mid developer. It makes you a developer who has bad output.
So somebody brought up a good point in the chat, and I don't think a lot of people are talking about this. There has been a lot of turnover at Naughty Dog the recent years. They've lost a lot of people. The reason Naughty Dog's in the situation they in is because people like Josh Shearer and my man's that left that was the co-director with Neil. And,
Bruce Straley?
Yeah, Evan Wells and the whatever dude, Christoph.
Nigga,
that was
the
president
fucking
of the studio.
the co-president just left. Now Neil the only
Amy
president.
Henning, bro. All the names that were synonymous with Naughty Dog, the only person still there that's left is Neil Druckmann. Everybody else is fucking gone. The only notable names that work there now is motherfuckers that used to work for IGN, like Jonathan Dornbush, and he ain't making no fucking game. He's a PR dude. You know what I mean?
There's still other dudes
he's
there.
A fucking community manager. Like
no, there's still other people there. I followed them. They've been there a long time. There's still other people.
Okay,
like
the dude that directed Lost Legacy who left and then came back. I think he's still there.
His name was Sean.
Vinet something. He's still there, and the dude with the he got the hair highlights. He been there hella long too. Forgot his
Ernie
name.
Mayer?
No.
Oh, you're talking about. I know who's Beach talking about. He did. He was a co-producer on Last of Us 2.
Yeah, he be talking. So there are still people, but like some of the
Kurt.
Yeah, Kurt. That's his name.
So yeah, a lot of the major people left. There's still like some other figureheads still there.
Yes, there's something going on.
Yeah, they got to figure it out though, man. Listen, I'm still not against games as a service. Even with all of this, I still think it's something you have to figure out how to do. There's going to be growing pains, but just like with anything else, I don't think you give up on it or abandon it because you're not good at it. I think you figure it out.
Nobody was ever against games as a service. I'm not either. We were never against. We were against them making 10 at one time, and we were against them saying shit like we're going to invest 60% of our profits. And
I'm not with that shit.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, they hopped off the porch for no reason. Games as a service is a necessary evil. That's where gaming is going. Nobody was ever against that. We against the over. They shoehorned themselves into a hole. They pigeonholed themselves to the point where if these games aren't successful, they gonna be fucked for a long time. When you bro, that's like me saying, all right, I give you a good example. All right, cool. I make the Jiggy Ski Mask, right? I make 10, 15. Them hoes sell out. All right, let me go make 1,000. Nigga, 1,000 people. Damn, nigga, you got to gradually move up to certain shit.
Yeah, you didn't get any interest at all.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, yeah, make 2 or 3 at the time. See what them do. You make it 10? On top of y'all, first of all, your studios ain't never made games of service, so that's a transition for them that they got to deal with, growing pains with that. Then on top of that, you act like these teams just so vast to where they making multiple games at one time. And even if they did, like, bro, it was just a horrible fucking idea, bro. They hopped off the porch too crazy with the shit, in my opinion.
There's reports that like all of these studios are working on like at least 2 games at a time, but that doesn't really seem to be. I don't know if that's really the case. And it's like, okay, let's say you're working on multiple games at one time. It feels like the one of those projects are moving very slowly. Like the other project seems to be moving very slowly or making no progress at all sometimes. So,
bro,
I don't know.
It's just like in life, bro. When I'm playing more than 2 or 3 games, bro, none of them games get beat. When I play 1 or 2 games at a time, it's bro. It's hard to multitask, especially when half of your fucking studio output is supposed to be on some shit you don't know how to do. And the people you hire that know how to do this shit, they get in there and say, "Okay, I see what y'all doing. I'm gone, bro." The man left in less than a year, bro. He saw what they was cooking. Let us cook. It smells great in the kitchen. He saw what they was cooking, and he left. Hey, well, you got to be G.
And they're cooking chitlins, man.
Wait, was that him, the same dude that tweeted that left?
No, I don't know.
The other dude.
That's crazy.
The other dude said that. The dude who worked at Rocksteady, he used to work at Rocksteady. He's like the guy I think that people know for like making the black haircuts look good. He's like he's one of the artists. He works at Naughty Dog now, I believe. He's one of the people that said that, I think.
We should have known.
His only job making hair.
Well, that's what he's known for. He's like, but
hey,
he does other stuff. And people are very dramatic. Like I see people talk about, oh, we need a video game crash. Like, man, if y'all don't shut the hell up.
Well, games as a service is heading towards a crash. We're starting to see.
Bro, this has been an amazing year for gaming. Like, y'all got to understand where gaming was and what caused the previous crash. We are not there. If you want to say, games as a service may be purged, sure, but that's not going to cause a gaming crash.
I think PlayStation needs a hard reset. I don't know if that means changing up the leadership, changing up the ideals of the company. That's the whole other thing, though. People not talking about. This shit did not start happening until they hopped off the porch saying we only want to make big budget AAA games. When they had other plans as a developer and publisher, this shit was not happening. Games was coming out all the fucking time. Different types of games.
Just go back to the way multiplayer was? Release a game, map packs, cosmetics.
Because they don't make enough money. Bro.
I'm okay with that, but
you know what's funny about Sony? I just don't understand it. Their whole selling point was they got the variety. They got sports games, fighting games, JRPGs, small games, big budget. Okay, I see how people rock with us. Let's just make big budgeted games. Fuck it. Everybody like all the variety we got. Let's cut out the variety. That'll get them. Like, bro, who the fuck? I don't. Go ahead.
Niggas wasn't buying that though. I mean,
go ahead, man. Go ahead.
You know, it's crazy to me how everybody was telling Jack, like, where's Tarek? Even he can't come in here and save this, Jack.
No, he would. Trust me, he would.
I mean, like, it's crazy how everybody, Jack, you're right. Like, yeah, well, Jack,
hey man,
right?
Hey man, you know what? But I'm not arguing this shit no more, man. I've been arguing with people all day on Twitter, bro. People really, it's crazy, right? Because at first I thought it was on some shit like, this dude just trying to switch it up so his narrative fit, right? But I'm realizing people honestly and truly love what's going on right now. Niggas can't wait to replay. And The Last of Us 2 is arguably one of my favorite, if not my favorite game of all time. And I'm not buying that shit. So people really love what's going on. They don't want no multiplayer games. They don't care if these studios laying off 1,000 niggas and not putting out no content. They love what they're getting right now. Niggas is looking forward to Foam Stars, and niggas is looking forward to Helldivers 2, even though they didn't play Helldivers 1. Make it make sense.
You got some people, they just happy to be here, Jack. They don't give a fuck. They just happy to be here.
That's what it is. That's what it is. One time they want to be part of the conversation. We got, like I said, motherfucking, what did he say? Dad, what did he say earlier on Twitter? We got Ratchet and Clank, bro. We just got ripped apart, bro. I said, brother, that was 2 fucking years ago, man. You good? Like, that was fucking 24 months ago, my dude. You could do a prison bid in that amount of time, man. Like, you still good off Ratchet and Clank ripped apart? Nigga? Like, come on, man. I don't know what to say no more,
Vaughn
bro.
said, can we go back to map packs? Bruh, I remember when people was killing map packs. I remember I was like,
it's better than what we got now.
And I was like, man, y'all, I don't think y'all should be complaining about this stuff. I don't see nothing wrong with these, with these map packs and these microtransactions that are cosmetic specifically.
Hey, map packs were annoying because they was literally giving us 4 or 5 maps and they said, hey, we got 6 more for 15 to 20. It's like, nigga, just put them in the game. It was way too close to the release date. You could have just put that on a disc.
One time. I mean, what if we have to like bring back booty boxes to make this all work?
No. Hey, I got a question. For everybody here and everybody in the chat, right? So Last of Us Day, what was that? Whatever. 20. Let's just go to 20.
September 26th.
Let's just go to 2020 when The Last of Us 2 came out. You know, they hitting that Factions 2 gonna come out one day. Now, if I would have got on Twitter, social media, and said, all right, y'all, if I got on social media and said in 4 years, instead of Factions 2, I'd rather be playing a game where you running around and shooting fucking soap at people, Splatoon style, right? PlayStation exclusive. They would have. What would the response have been? What you think?
They would have killed you, nigga.
You think so? If I said I would rather play a game in the style of Splatoon where you're shooting foam at people, putting them in bubbles instead of Factions 2, and that would satiate my appetite for a multiplayer game, and I don't think anybody should have a problem with what I'm saying right now. What would the response have been? That's all. That's the only question I got.
I'm annoyed.
How would they have reacted?
Can we stop? I know we talk about Factions 2, but we got to stop relying on Naughty Dog to save the multiplayer landscape of PlayStation.
Facts.
I feel like we putting it sucks that they haven't released that part, but I feel like we putting a lot of the brow on.
You know why though? You know why?
When they've never been the premier. We fuck with their multiplayers, but they've never been the.
You know why though? Because the only other studios we have to look towards for that type of game are not owned by PlayStation. They just got owned. Fire Sprite. We don't know what the fuck they making. We don't know none of the developers over there for real. Deviation.
That's one of them.
Deviation fired 90 of they fucking developers.
Want to make an FPS again?
Like, I'm done talking about it. BG, just
my thing is like I do think Factions had the best It's the one that had the best chance of being successful. I think other ones have a good chance of being, good. I mean, as much as like it's cool to hate on, Horizon, if it's something like if you can attract like the Monster Hunter crowd or something like that, I think that could be successful. Twisted Metal, there's no other game really like it. I think that has a chance, but I think Factions was the one that had the best chance. So, but I still look forward to the other ones.
We're only saying that because Factions is the typical third-person shooter.
Yeah, it is, and that's my favorite type. So, and it's the one that already had like I would consider a pretty underrated but successful multiplayer to begin with. So all these other things are new and unproven. Like Factions kind of already has like a proof of concept almost. So, I still look forward to see what the other studios do, man. And
And Sony really got fleeced buying Bungie. That whole shit was just stupid when you look back on it.
I hope that Destiny 2 revenue worth it, man.
I mean, not really, because they've got them for cheap. They're going to get the Destiny 2 revenue.
They said they bought them because they wanted help with games as a service.
Yeah.
And why not just consult them then?
Right.
Well, would you rather
consulting
pay me every time you want to have a convo or just own?
Yeah. You gotta like, hey, and they're gonna be charging you for consultation.
And on top of that, whatever we help you with, nigga, that's an IP that you're buying from us.
Yeah, but they literally pretty much bought them the license them out. Like I don't understand. I still don't understand that relationship. They bought them for them to not provide any sort of value to PlayStation or anything like that.
Revenue. They know how to make live service games, and they have a successful game right now, which is pretty popular.
All right,
and so they get the revenue from that. That's really it.
Business model don't turn on its side, because that would be.
This is what's gonna be crazy though, Smooth. If Marathon comes out and I don't know what's gonna go on with Marathon. If they come out and don't make waves the way they expect it to, bro, this is definitely gonna be an abject fucking disaster, bro. In my opinion. Because you know how crazy this is the problem with this whole symbiotic relationship, right? If the people you brought in to teach you how to make this type of game, and they're reportedly the reason all these other games are getting delayed and put on ice. If their next game in that style fucking fails, that's crazy, right?
I have no idea what Marathon is, and this is my complete bias, but I think Factions would be. I think Factions is going to be better than whatever the hell Marathon is. And that's a completely ignorant take, but that's just how I feel. I'm like, what the hell is Marathon, bro?
Didn't that already exist on PC or some shit like that?
Yes.
Marathon was their first IP, from what I understand.
And it was on Mac, wasn't it? Like,
I hope it do. I hope it do numbers, man. I hope it do numbers. That's all I can say.
Is what is there to consult? Like the games as a service is the
business model, the game, how to make a successful monetization
long term.
Yeah, they probably have some shit in there you can only buy one time.
Because anybody can make games as a service, but how do we get people to continue to play and spend money? That's what the problem.
And
I
believe
is fun, yeah.
No, I believe whatever they've made,
the gameplay don't make you buy content.
Friday the 13th was a fun. Friday the 13th has a very fun gameplay loop, and
Alex, you play how many of them operators and skins and
you don't buy.
I also spent $70 for that. These are free to play games as a service.
But we don't know that. We don't know
if they're all going to be free to play.
Oh, okay. I was under the impression that a lot of these are going to be from the free.
I'm sure some of them will be. We don't know if all of them will be.
I'm just saying, like for Rocket League, for instance, I never paid a dime for Rocket League, but I had so much fun with the game. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna buy the battle pass here and there. I didn't spend no money for the game.
Yeah.
And the gameplay was fun enough to do so.
Hey man, Neil, I need some answers.
No, you don't,
man. Because
what you need answers. What you need answers for? They cooking. Let them cook. Let them cook.
I really think they got an easy out, man. Like I said, strip that game down,
and
get rid of that story.
That would be what you're saying would harm them more than anything.
I don't think so, bro. Okay, Jack. Who cares about a story in multiplayer?
Well, this is the problem, BG. But this is the problem that you're going to run into, right? Hear me out. If they do what you're saying, they would have to charge money for it, right? Because if it's not a games as a service, you're going to need a lump sum up front, right? By way of people paying for the game. True. They're not going to be able to charge hardly anything for it because they're stripping out half of the fucking game, which would be the story content. That would
No,
be
I
that's
don't.
half of the value proposition right there.
Whoa. Half of the game is the story. I don't know if that's.
Of course, bro. Literally, the reason it didn't come out was because they said it became more ambitious. We added huge story elements,
co-op and story. Yeah.
So apparently, that was a large portion of the game.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a lot. It's a way of making the context of the game make sense.
If it wasn't a large portion of the game, I think it would have came out. And if it wasn't a large portion of the game, it could have came out on Last of Us Part 2. I think that was a huge part of the game. I really do.
Jack, I think if they announce that they are cutting the story from factions, nobody is caring. Nobody who played the original factions is going to care. And even new people who didn't play the original factions are going to care that they cut the story from a multiplayer game.
I don't think Factions 2 was going to be like Factions 1 at all. I think the main gameplay was going to be that Tarkov style battle royale extract. It was going to be an extraction game. Same way with the other shit that's going to come out of fair game. It was going to be an extraction shooter, bro.
Even if it is
without the story, it's just gonna be some bullshit.
Wait, so you think do extraction shooters need a story behind it? I don't believe they do.
So you just want to walk in a grocery store and pick up some fruit and then shoot some AI and then walk out? Like that shit boring, bro.
Yes, no. I'm talking about PvP though.
But see,
you don't need a story for PvP. Nobody's gonna care.
They was comparing it to Tarkov, and Tarkov PvP ain't like that, bro. It's really not like that. From what I seen, Ticket them playing, it ain't what you think it is, bro. It's not TDM. It's not you searching out niggas to kill. A lot of times when you run into real people, you got to have a conversation like, "Hey, bro, I'm just trying to get my items. I'm finna go back to my base." You build your base up, whatever. You get your.
But they were gonna have the mode. You don't think they were also gonna have the actual competitive modes also?
I think it would have had competitive modes, but I don't think that was a crux of the gameplay. I think it was going to be very bare bones from that stand. And that's probably what they probably tried to reel some of that shit back because they see how long it was taking, how much it was costing. And Bungie was like, bro, you finna put a fucking TDM and a fucking paid, like, bro, we can't release this. That's probably what happened if you think about it.
I don't know. I think they were gonna have this like co-op story stuff, but they were also gonna have like the base modes. And I think you could get rid of this. I don't even think they're probably that far. Like they locked down the story of whatever this is going to be. You know, that they even got that far into progressing with the story. So I think you cut that. Nobody cares. You go with some PvP, even some PvE, whatever. There you go. Nobody cares.
That's fucking crazy because you're literally in the Last of Us world. You could just be some scavengers, bro.
That's what I think. That's what the game was gonna be. You got to remember, y'all don't be paying attention. What was the first Last of Us? What was the whole point of the first Last of Us? Getting supplies for your people.
Sure.
They was gonna flesh that part out. You was literally gonna see you getting supplies for your fucking people.
They do it, bro. They do like a pseudo thing of that in the first factions where you have your survivors and then they sit.
But that's what I'm saying. That what you was gonna start seeing. Out. So you're gonna have your little hub you can go to. It's gonna look like Jackson. You getting your supplies. All right, I found this when I was at the. Bro, it was gonna be some similar shit, bro.
But they could have took the idea of Division with the dark zone, all types of that. They could have did all.
Yeah, probably real similar to Division.
Okay, so you don't think you can? I'm just saying, you don't think you could remove all of that and people still like love the game? You think that's needed for the game?
No, not at all.
I think you remove
all
of that and people don't care.
I think you and like the factions faithful would definitely still enjoy that. But the question is, will people buy that? If they release a Factions 2 and it only has 2 game modes, TDM and some other shit.
No, not 2 game modes. I think if you remove that story, that co-op, all that stuff, but you give this game a solid 6 modes, I think people are playing that.
But it's not. But okay, look, BG. Let's just say, for instance, they try to release Factions 2. They take out everything and they put the same modes that was in the first game. Nobody's buying that.
I disagree.
A vast majority, because I'm sitting up here telling you, BG, a vast majority of gamers, even if they did buy it, they're not gonna play it, and their community is gonna fucking die. I don't think the game would have been successful.
I just disagree with that.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I feel like extraction shooters would be even harder to get people.
Bro. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, but what I'm saying is you have to look at the way people react to shit, bro. No one gave a fuck besides us, with vocal minority. No one gave a fuck when they canceled Factions 2. When they said it wasn't gonna be an original game, if you notice, most industry influencers, people that tastemakers of the industry said,
I didn't care about it anyway.
Great news. I never played it. It was tacked on. I'm happy they're able to focus on their vision as a studio. That's what people said.
Sure.
It's rumored to be canceled right now, and no one truly gives a fuck. We care. No one cares, bro.
But what I'm
No one
saying
cares.
is, okay, those people that don't care, having the mode that I'm talking about removing isn't going to make them care less or more. They're still not going to care either way. I don't think the mode I'm talking about is going to, have that. Oh, I'm definitely playing Factions now. I don't think it's going to matter.
I think if they add some story elements to where somebody who doesn't play online games competitively could get in, see what the stories are, do a little side missions, that would sell more.
I agree with Jack. It opens it up to a more different audience.
Jack is saying it needs to still cover that market that don't care about it. That's what the side.
Right.
That's what the
because the people that do care about it, if it's not a games as a service, even if it is, we've seen Naughty Dog attempt games as a service. They tried it with Uncharted 3 when they made it free to play. It ruined the fucking game. They tried it with The Last of Us when they started putting in all these microtransactions, and it ruined the fucking game. I know y'all remember this shit. By the time Uncharted 3 was over with, niggas could walk on, like, I can't make this shit up. You could literally walk on the top of the map in Uncharted 3. By the time the game was over with. Now you can shoot through walls on Last of Us, bro.
I just don't believe that your success of a multiplayer game is going to be contingent upon that. I just don't think that's what people care about.
They're not saying that. They saying,
bro,
the IP of Last of Us is one of the rare situations where people literally only care about the story. They don't give a fuck about the multiplayer aspect at all. Not many games have that.
The problem with what you're saying, BG, is the way you would want them to release it, they would have to make it free to play. But since it's not games as a service, they get no benefit from that.
Yeah.
You want to release a stripped down multiplayer only game, you cannot truly charge for that in today's gaming climate, bro, unless you're a Call of Duty or something, right? So you would have to make that free. But
even now they have a game of a service model.
Exactly. So the fact that they stripping all monetization out the game, you're literally not making any revenue from that game. And if you do make it a paid game, yeah, me and you will buy it. But a vocal the vocal minority would buy it, but a vast majority would either not buy it or buy it and not keep the community active. So it essentially you're releasing a dead on arrival game.
I
Wouldn't
also
nobody buy that
think
shit?
I also
the truth is BG don't care. He just want the game.
Because I also think bro, the thing is there's also such a rebellion against games as a service. I actually think the first developer that comes out and be like, hey, this is not a games as a service. This is just a regular multiplayer game. I actually think the first developer who does that is people are going to praise them because
the first developer that does that's going out of business.
No, I disagree. Because there is such a rebellion against the games as a service model now. People are going to praise the next person, the next developer that just makes a regular multiplayer game. I honestly believe that.
Is it a rebellion or is the game just bad? Like I
don't agree. Game is all about monetization now, bro. Like, if the game is not free that you're talking about, see this thing. This is what people want. People don't want to pay for anything, right? So if a game come out and is completely free and it don't got no monetization at all, niggas be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe this. I love you," right? But if that's the case, they not making no fucking revenue. Like paid game.
I get that.
But you got to remember too, current day gamers do not want to buy games. You've seen that. I don't want to buy no fucking game. So if a game come out and it's paid and they tell me, "Oh well, we don't have any microtransactions," and I don't give a fuck about that shit. I didn't want to buy the game in the first place.
I'm just saying, like, sometimes I can't remember what it was, but we've seen developers like when they do the bare minimum or claim they're going to do the bare minimum, just because it's pro what the audience likes, even if it's something they're supposed to do. The audience, like everybody claps and gives them a standing ovation. And,
You know, my first thought if a dev came out and said, we're not going to do microtransactions, I'm going to say, wow, they're not going to release and support this fucking game going forward. Because it literally makes no sense for you to do content going forward. Why are you developing skins? Why are you developing map packs? Why are you developing any content of note if you're not going to charge any type of way for it? I just don't think that's not a smart business model, in my opinion.
I think there's going to be, I think you can. It's just me. We can move on, but like I said, I think you could still release a regular multiplayer game.
This is what I want to say,
and be fine.
This is the last thing I want to say. based off of how PlayStation and Naughty Dog been moving the past 3 years, do you think they care more about goodwill in the community or getting they fucking revenue? Which one you think they'd rather take? The good all that gain and goodwill shit out the window, bro. They been abandoning that. They've been abandoning that.
There might be a change of the guards now that we get different people in there.
Yeah, I'm just
I doubt it.
In my case is I was saying in the wake of having trouble also with development, then you just release a regular multiplayer game. But I really want to see a developer
more money doing what you're saying. To be honest,
but they've already look at the situation there is. This might be the best option. Like, listen, I really want to see the next developer just announce a multiplayer game, not as a games as a service, right? And everybody people who don't even like multiplayer games, will probably just
know what you're saying,
praise their and wash their feet on Twitter.
I'm gonna give you an example of something that's like that.
Are they gonna put it in though?
You remember when Instagram made Threads, that app Threads, and they was like, everybody's against Twitter right now. It's a huge point of contention. We ain't nothing like Twitter. We ain't censoring people come through. And at first, Threads was a fucking explosion. Everybody joining up, following me on Threads, all the celebrities going over there. 2-3 weeks later, do you ever hear anybody say, check me out on Threads, or I'll see what you posted on Threads? No one gave a fuck. All that goodwill shit cool and cute at the beginning. But at the end of the day, they lost like over 60% of their members. I think
it wasn't a goodwill on because on Twitter you could post whatever you wanted. It was a limitation of your tweets and your activity. That's why people went to Threads.
But what I'm saying is, but also the censorship too, though. You do get heavily censored on Twitter. But what I'm saying is,
you can post porn. Like what?
You can post porn, but you can't tell somebody. You can't call somebody retarded. Like, bro, it's limits,
you'll get
bro.
kicked off for that. It's
weird. If you make fun of,
Bro, you post a nude on Threads, your account will be banned.
You can literally post. You can post murder on Twitter. You can post killing somebody. But what I'm saying is, if I get on Twitter and say, "Haha, you look really old. You look like an old person," do you know that's against TOS and they can ban you? You can't make fun of people's age, they sex, they race, they religion. You will get banned quicker than fucking shooting somebody on Twitter. I'm trying to tell you.
But Jack, you can definitely post all these war crimes being happening right now.
No, what I'm saying, you can post murder, porn, animal abuse. That's all cool and dandy. But if I got on Twitter right now and said, "Damn, this dude look old as shit, old ass man," if he flagged that tweet, I'm getting permanently banned on Twitter. I'm sitting there telling you, bro.
We talking about age restriction material versus interactions with people. That's
so by the way, they also announced
Superchat Break, PG.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to it. They also announced Sony Picture Core, so Premium and Essential, not Essential. What's the
extra?
One? Okay,
extra and premium.
Extra and premium members get access to curated catalog of up to 100 ad-free movies, including Resident Evil Damnation, Kingsglaive, Looper, Elysium, Equalizer 3, I think they said, and so extra and premium members automatically do this? Automatically get this? They don't have to sign up for anything? I wasn't sure how it works.
So they get the 100 curated movies for free, but it's also if you remember. For some reason, this generation, PlayStation got rid of their movie and TV section. So anytime you type in a movie or TV show, it just takes you to a third-party app to purchase it. But there's also movies to purchase and rent on here. I got a couple of things to say about this, right? If this was the case, why raise the price of Essential if Essential don't get shit? Why? If you getting if the top 2 tiers is getting 100 curated movies, we couldn't get 40, we couldn't get 20, we couldn't get 10.
Right.
We can't get one movie a month, and you charge me $80. So that's kind of strange. Also, I saw some PlayStation meat goblins on the timeline. Oh man, I just saw the new list of freebies PlayStation's giving. So let me get this straight: rent movies on PlayStation Core is a freebie, but Game Pass. When I say Game Pass, some on Game Pass free, I get ridiculed. Game Pass is not fucking free, Jack Moo. So is this free? You rent movies. So it's cool to rent movies. It's cool to rent movies on PS Core. But if I say a game that you're renting on Game Pass is free, that's taboo. I'm just saying. I don't understand nothing going on nowhere around me, BG. I'm very confused, bro. I'm very confused.
Not to mention, Jack, if you saw the list of free movies, they were dog shit. It was a bunch of dog shit, trash, garbage fucking movies.
I'm just trying to figure out. I'm paying $80 a month. I can't get 10 curated movies. I can't get the trailers. What can I get one time? I'm paying more like everybody else. Why they get 100 movies? I don't get it.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
All right.
I digress.
All right. Also the Sony hack that we didn't know the details about last week. So it turns out it was like 7,000 to 8,000 current and former Sony employees. It was their personal information that leaked. I'm gonna be honest with you, better than us. I'll feel
I
about
have
that
no
one.
I have no comment about that.
Better
Yeah, that's
than
crazy how the leak happened and nothing good was leaked.
Nope.
They did sell those 7,000 Sony employees information to the black market, according to the report. So, if you work for PlayStation, man, hey, check and see if y'all
Somebody
shit
check
good,
out.
bro.
Couldn't have happened to a better group of people.
You talking about Dark Cloud?
Yep.
I knew who you saw.
Couldn't have happened to a better group of people.
Shit.
I'll work there. All right.
I would assume so.
Don't he sell Bluetooth speakers or some shit? Or?
No, he working in the TV division.
Oh, okay.
Is that all the Sony stuff?
Well, Bungie is getting sued. If you want to count that.
Oh well, well, those are some sexual harassment stuff. I mean, I don't really.
No, it was well that too, but former HR manager is suing Bungie because she brought up racial discrimination in the workplace, and she was they pretty much told her to go fuck herself, for lack of a better term.
What race was this woman?
I have no idea.
I need somebody to find out.
Why does it matter, Bond?
Oh, you know why it matters.
Oh, if she's white.
Well, what's funny is they brought this person in specifically because I didn't even notice Bungie had a huge issue with the workplace. They said it was a boys' club, it was racist, it was sexist, they had bad crunch. So this person came in to alleviate and point out shit that was going on. And when she pointed out shit that was going on, they fired a motherfucker. Like, what the hell?
Somebody came and grabbed her ass. That's crazy.
Pretty much, you like, it's fucked up over here. They was like, "Word, you here to fix that, right? Well, you can get the fuck out too." Like, so yeah, she's suing them.
Yeah,
fine.
I'm gonna be real. I didn't really care so much about that story. The Latin story. I'm not even Latin. That story annoyed me more than the sexual harassment thing.
Well, I didn't read about that.
Well, it just happened on Twitter because they try to push using the terms Latin X, Latin O, Latin A, whatever the damn letters are at the end of Latin when they're talking about Latin people, just to be more inclusive. And shout out to Latin people and Hispanic people. It's not flying with them.
They are not letting white people colonize their language.
Yeah. Because that's really what it is. It's like it's literally white people coming in, white executives and white women and men executives coming in and telling people, hey, this is how we should properly use your language. Like, huh? Pardon me? No, we're not using that. Bozo, beat it.
They're trying to cater to the social media minority, and that's always weird to me.
Colonizers.
Yeah, so they got fried on Twitter for it. Like fried. It was bad. Everybody was, on their ass that day. Because I hate all these pronouns and letters and unnecessary labels. I get it, that it's necessary sometimes. But
BG said it, not me.
No, but I'm talking about certain situations. Like it's just very unnecessary. Like why? First of all, like why do you need letters at the end of Latin? If you want something neutral, like something neutral and inclusive, you could literally just say Latin. Like if you don't want to say Latino, like I'm not like I failed Spanish. I was not great. Well, I barely passed. I should say that I passed like with a 65. But I already know their language and the way their language is set up. They already have like the feminine and the masculine and all that. All that's already set up in their language. And Latin is neutral. If you don't want to say Latino or Latina, it's already neutral. So
it's weird.
Well,
it's dumb, bro.
Like I always say, Jack, the most destructive force on the planet.
Yep. Shout out to white women, man.
I mean, look what happened to Trevor Bauer. They almost got him. Pitcher on the Dodgers.
Yeah. All right. What else we got? There's rumors of Liza P DLC, by the way. I forgot to mention that.
Oh, already? Can we get some Elden Ring DLC, please? Thank you.
Yeah, Liza P DLC will be welcomed. Will be getting played in this house. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Need that.
I
I think I'm on the final boss right now. I got to play it tomorrow.
What are the new games?
I've been playing that game fucking
well,
forever. How long that shit
you,
been
you,
out? 2 weeks?
you know you have to select a certain option to get the final boss, right?
Yeah, I was hearing something like that. Is it? It's a clear choice, right? Like I ain't gonna fuck around and pick the wrong thing, am I?
I think it
If you
should
wanna
be
get-
pretty
if you wanna get
clear.
the platinum, you gotta get both.
All right.
You gotta do both if you want the platinum.
Yeah. And honestly, the final boss isn't even the hard. That swamp monster, I think, is still like the
Bro, that
hardest
joint
boss.
is fucking crazy, yo.
That
Damn,
boss
that
is,
shit was
is
crazy.
cheap,
That was
bro.
that was definitely the hardest boss I played so far, and I just beat I don't know how to pronounce the chicken, Laxier or Laxisi. I don't know.
Yeah, she's the hardest boss in the game to me.
Hell no, bro. You could parry a lot of her moves she do. Like
Nigga, once she start doing that
them
that
lightning
second
bolts,
phase,
bro. Them lightning bolts. I parried
can
them lightning
parry 'em,
bolts.
yeah.
It fucked her up, bro. Bad.
Yeah, I did
When
like
y'all get to
25%.
Simon probably the cheapest boss in the game, bro.
I don't think he's that bad.
I think
Nigga,
that's the next dude I gotta
bro,
fight.
He's sending shit from the sky.
He's not that bad. No, trust me. That swamp, bro, the swamp monster is cheap, bro. I remember I had like 80% health. I think he did like 2 swipes, and in his second phase specific. The first phase is easy. The second phase he does.
That second phase is fucking
The
crazy.
second phase is damn near broken with the amount of damage he does, bro. It doesn't even make no sense. But anyway,
And their attacks, like most of them bosses, you can kind of predict what they gonna do, bro. That second phase is random as hell, bro.
You know what it is, bro? A lot of the bosses on Liza P, they don't change the frame. Like most games, you could tell from the first second, oh, okay, they about to do this move.
Yeah, they don't have a tail. They don't have like a tail.
Yep.
They're gonna do a move.
Each
Yep.
like same animation for 4 different strings.
and the
of moves.
wind up is hella long.
Man, what?
Yeah. I think that Detective Pikachu came out. Detective Pikachu Returns. That came out. Shout out
I
to
wouldn't
Nintendo.
know.
Just want to acknowledge it. Shout out to Pikachu. Did I say it right that
Bro,
time?
stop saying his name like that, bro. Stop, bro.
Pikachu, bro.
What's the right way to say it? Pikachu?
Pikachu, man. Pikachu.
Pikachu. Yeah, fuck.
Why? Like you're going out of your way to say it ugly.
That's the easier way.
You say Mario? You say Mario?
No, I say Mario.
Why do people up north say Mario? That's mad annoying.
Yeah, it's fucking dirty.
Yeah, that shit trash.
Oh, last thing about Liza P. Do not start New Game Plus
Oh yeah.
until you do 2 or 3 other things. I got to play the entire game over again just to get
Yeah,
those 2
there's
Oh yeah, you can get a
there's
weapon,
like
right?
3
weapon.
trophies.
No, you got
So-
to pick a letter up off a table.
Yeah, there's like 3 trophies you can still get after I think after you beat the game. So don't go directly into New Game Plus. Also do the save thing where you save before the final decision and then load back in, do the and make the other choice so you can get a trophy for that. But you'll still have to like play New Game Plus for a bunch of other stuff.
Hold on, what you just say?
At
You
the
got to
final
save some.
at the final boss, save and upload it to the cloud and turn off autosave.
Yeah, you got to
So-
say, well, you got to turn off the auto upload, huh?
Yeah, so you can load back in,
all
get
that,
the trophy and all that. Yeah.
See, I'm gonna have to figure out how to do it because PlayStation be fucking me over, bro. They changed this shit on PS5. Now you can't put your saves on fucking flash drives no more, bro.
You know
That
what's crazy?
shit-
The way I beat the game, I got to replay it 2 more times if I want to get the platinum.
You missed some shit, huh? You missed some shit.
No, bro. You have to beat the game, get the one ending, go
Mhm.
to the hotel, do some shit, but you also have to do it again. Like the way I beat the game, I didn't go to the hotel and I started New Game Plus, so that run doesn't count. So essentially, I have to beat the game again,
Mhm.
use that option again. So it's like
I
don't
know
even if it's
exactly
worth
what
the
Alex
platinum.
is talking about.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's worth the platinum.
I see. I was lucky enough that the random decisions I made on my first run made it that I only have to beat the game 1 more time. But I would have been
Fucking
pissed,
crazy.
bro.
Oh,
Yeah,
I hope I didn't fuck up.
Bro, I was
man.
playing it. I was playing early in the podcast. I'm just like, I might just delete the game, bro.
Yeah,
I don't even know if it's
because
worth it.
yeah, it's like that.
What the fuck? It say smash the star.
Lamp.
I might need to
there- a game called Lamplighters League came out. Most of y'all probably didn't know about it, but it's like a kind of like XCOM style strategy game. Y'all know I like
Strategy.
them.
Brother.
Day
y'all
one
know
in
I
Game
like-
Pass.
Yeah, y'all know I like them type of games. You know, plays like XCOM when you're in, the turn-based battles, but outside of that, you have like real time combat. So I'm enjoying the game. You know, y'all check out some. There was some gameplay that I was playing previously before this. So if you're into that, you know,
Is it on
turn-based
PC?
strategy, and it is on PC. Yes. If you're into that,
Right on.
check it out. Let me scroll. What else?
Hey, real quick,
was
BG, how
there?
many games you got beat this year? I'm just curious.
Three.
I want to say around. I want to say around 15 right now.
Whoa. Okay.
I got the most of the
Shit.
podcast right
I think I'm at 8, bro.
now. I'm in the 20s.
You should be ashamed,
22.
Jack.
Y'all gaming. Okay.
I've been traveling, man. I've been doing shit, bro.
Oh, you
Shit on
outside?
that nigga Jack. Shit on that nigga Jack.
Going to the gym, you know, I'm trying to better my,
Oh,
better my life.
you think you
That's
better
it.
than me?
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking. Say less.
Love to see it.
Jack, the only dude I know that go to the gym and then go to the buffet right after. You sick, nigga.
You know what's crazy? One time, you would think that shit don't. That shit actually, I lose more weight when I do that.
Protein. Oh, you getting the protein?
bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Bro, I'm telling y'all. See, people like, oh, why would you eat that after you go to the gym? It's counter. I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah.
This
You
nigga
do need
Jack
protein
doing
to
that
lose
shit,
weight.
bro.
You need protein.
You be
to
getting a lot of
lose
shrimp,
weight,
though.
so.
You be getting a lot of shrimp, Jack, right?
Yeah. I do eat a lot of shrimp. Yeah.
That boy Jack
Yeah,
be
you're right.
spending
Protein,
ergo
yeah.
at the buffet.
Yes, sir. Oh, the ergo. I like it. I like that. That's eat.
Oh yeah. The Kotor remake trailer was taken down. They claimed it was for licensing reasons, but that game is in development hell because originally it was with Aspire, and then it was with Saber. We haven't heard nothing about it since. Yeah, probably.
They
canceled.
said the day if they got to make that game, because I was on Crossfire a couple of weeks ago. They said the day if they got to make that game, they remastered another Star Wars game and they fucked that up. So it's like, why would
that
you
was
get them
Aspire.
to-
Aspire makes a lot of the remasters, yeah.
Yeah, they did it for the Switch.
So
Yeah.
why would you, if they can't even remaster, why would you get them to? Okay, bro.
That's why they switched to.
They
That's
actually
why they
did
switched to
that
Saber.
game. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I don't get it.
yeah. I don't
If
know.
anything, it's because Sony's funding the game. That's a perfect game for Blue Point to make, which I don't know what they're probably working on something, but still, like that Blue Point would have killed that.
Yeah, Blue Point is
You
one of
fund the
the.
game and you give it to them. That's like giving Really, it's like
I don't think
equivalent
that's
to
how it
Sony-
works though. I don't think Sony chooses though, because they're funding the game in collaboration with Disney. It's
Yeah,
with
but
Disney,
so who
right?
chooses
Yeah.
but who chooses
Yeah,
the developer then?
I think it's
so-
Disney.
So wait, Disney. All right, so a couple developers put in a bid to do the game. Disney choose Aspire, and then Sony comes in knowing who the developer is, and then decides it's going to fund it.
Yeah, it seems like they should be able to veto
man.
that situation.
Yeah.
Like,
Because at that
Yeah, 'cause
point,
they
if they're
got-
going to
they-
fund it, they
yeah.
can have their own developer do it. Isn't that what they did with Spider-Man?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
is
except
true. That-
except
that is
they're
true.
yeah. It's a similar situation. So yeah, that probably that might never come out. And a lot of people
I hope it's
are
not
sad about
canceled.
that.
I really do want to play that, especially like a modernized version of that. I would love to play that. So I hope it's
Bruh,
not
looking at the
canceled.
two
but-
developers that's making that shit, you don't want to play that shit. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah.
That's one of the games people claim is like one of their favorite games of all time. You know, the original.
It's just so hard to play that shit. Like if you play that game now, because I got it on PC, it's very outdated to me.
Yeah.
It's very outdated. I can't get through it, bro. But I want to play it though.
Okay, I think that's really all the topics. Listen, one thing I need people to stop, right? Because I think it's very hipster. I think it's very contrarian. Y'all gotta stop saying God of War 2018 is better than Ragnarok. It's not. Y'all gotta stop this.
It is.
Please stop this.
In
Please.
certain aspects, I truly do feel that way.
Here's what I think y'all feel. The shock factor, the amaze factor, absolutely is with 2018 because we've never got to play anything like that. We never got to play God of War in that form yet.
Bro.
So the shock factor in when you play Ragnarok is completely gone. But to say 2018 is a better game, no.
So I'm gonna give you the perfect example. If somebody want to go do this, I fully advise anybody that's played God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok. This is the example I'm gonna give you, and if you do this, I assure you're gonna see what I'm saying. It's two movies, right? Go watch 48 Hours with Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte. Okay, that's like God of War 2018. Then go watch another 48 Hours with Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte. They're both good movies. They both might even be great movies. But you will say, wow, even though Another 48 Hours is a pretty damn good movie too. It literally followed the exact same formula, almost scene for scene, of the first movie. They just changed up bro. It's literally God of War 2018 with slight differences, bro. If you or not accounting for that Atreus shit, of course that Atreus shit was way different, but bro, the story beats, the way you play, like, bro, it's the same shit.
The boss fights were way better. Enemy variety way better.
Way better.
Way
better.
That you got to go to more areas and more what's the word I'm thinking of? The you know, when you go to different worlds.
Realms.
The different realms. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's like what they did to make it better is they increased the variety and the options for everything. So they added on a bunch of stuff. That's how they made it better.
Can you see how similar it was? Kind of disappointed people, like with the skill tree. We were unlocking moves that we already had from the first game.
You just brought up a good. Oh, that's another good point, Alex. So this is the first ever God of War game. I know a lot of y'all not going to agree with me, but you just got to assure you I know what I'm talking about. This is the first God of War game where you have to relearn moves. Now, at the beginning of every God of War game, you lose your moves from the previous game, right? But the way they did this, bro, and what they did, they tried to do the shit slick. But in God of War, you never relearn, even though you lose your moves at the beginning of the game, you never relearn those same moves. You learn some different new shit, right?
Yeah.
In this game, you lost your moves, and then you have to relearn the exact same moves again. And what they say, Thimble Winter fucked up your axe, so get the fuck out of here with this shit, man. Get out of here, bro.
On top of that, Jack, they had the same moves, they just rebranded them.
Yeah, they either changed where they was at in the unlock tree, or instead of a regular move, they made them a special. Bro, come on,
that is true, but the build options, bro, like to like customize your build more like that. I really like that, bro. Like with the frost and the accumulation of fire and all that stuff. Like that stuff was way better.
Okay, somebody arguing in the chat. Justin Leonard said, not true. In God of War 2, you have to level up the blades to relearn the L1 and triangle move, for example. Justin, I'm not talking about the base move set. I'm talking about special moves, right? I'm talking about moves where you got to do the L1, R1, triangle, whatever the fuck, however you do special moves in God of War. I forgot, I ain't played shit in a minute. Those moves, you have never had to relearn your special moves. I'm not talking about regular blade moves, bro. You have never had to do that.
The story was also better in Ragnarok. Like, the original felt like it ended on a
that's my
cliffhanger.
issue. See, BG, I'll give you gameplay. Ragnarok gameplay to me is definitely an improvement from 2018, but the story in 2018 is way better. It's way better to me. Way better. It's tighter. It's more focused.
Yeah, it got a little convoluted. It got a little convoluted in Ragnarok. The story ain't a problem for me in Ragnarok. Bro,
and that, really, I won't spoil it, even though the game has been out for a while, a year pretty much. That scene at the end of Ragnarok that everybody was like, it's supposed to be a shock moment. That shit did nothing for me. It did nothing. It was predictable. It didn't have the emotional weight that they wanted it to have for me. And then the ending was not only, bro, keep in mind, they hyping this shit up. Oh, it's Ragnarok. Oh, Odin. Nigga, that ending was whack as fuck. That ending was underwhelming. The final boss was underwhelming.
I felt the ending of 2018 was underwhelming because no God of War game had ever ended like that. So I was like, when the credits rolled in, I was like, what?
See, this is my problem with this whole conversation, right? Okay, God of War 2018. If you say, man, I really didn't like fighting Baldur 3 times, I'd be like, you know what? You're right about that. I can see that. But then niggas turn around and fight Thor 2-3 times. Oh man, this shit lit fire. Bro, you just said you didn't want to fight the same.
And only the first fight was good with Thor.
That's what I'm saying though. Like, you see, and then he doing the same moves in both fights. He might got one new move he doing. You doing the same shit, bro, that you just, at least in the Baldur fights, every fight was fucking different. You might have not liked the fight him 3. That Thor fight was very similar to the first one. He was doing the same telegraphed ass moves. Another thing. So these are things that are okay. I'm gonna say what's better. In Ragnarok, I feel like they made the blades feel way better as opposed to 2018.
Yeah, they did. The blades was fire.
They didn't feel useless.
Yeah, the blades was a secondary runic item in the first game. I really didn't like it.
I like the blades more than the axe in Ragnarok personally.
That's what I'm saying. They made the blades feel way better. Ragnarok, the sub menus were egregious. They made it way worse. It was way better when it was streamlined in 2018. I think they tried to do too much with that, made that shit horrible to navigate. The traversal was better in 2018, in my opinion. They was bragging about making the traversal better. I don't think they did.
Wait. Why do you think the traversal was better in 2018?
I just didn't like the traversal you got to parts of Ragnarok where you had to do fucking Pythagorean theorem to figure out where the fuck you came from. Like,
So you didn't like the puzzle. You didn't like the puzzles having to be
no, not the puzzle.
He's talking about traversal.
Sometimes you'll go to an area, you be like, bro, how the fuck do I get back over there, bro? Where do I gotta go on the boat to get back over?
No, Jack is right about that.
It was just a big ass pond. You just going around.
What's the realm where
Vanaheim,
the chick was from? With the grass and the lush?
Vanaheim.
Yeah. No, I went down Reddit threads. There were Reddit threads of people trying to figure out how to get to somewhere specific in Vanaheim, get back to where I was doing deep research, trying to get back to a certain spot.
This is another thing games got to do too. It's pissing me off. They do this in games. Developers have to stop making, just because you're in a certain area, everything in this area should not look identical, bro. That's how niggas be getting turned around, bro. They don't got no distinguishable differences in that. Like, bro, where the fuck am I going, bro? Then if you put on the compass in God of War Ragnarok, that motherfucker don't work. It'll tell you to go left. As soon as you go left, that motherfucker start doing the
spin around.
Do the shmoney day. Like, where the fuck am I going now? Like, no,
you got stuck on one of them.
Man. That shit crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's funny.
It's a good game. I like Ragnarok. I do like it.
My issue with the story, as far as this Ragnarok, Corey Barlog wasn't the main writer on the story. He said he gave the niggas an outline. You could tell because the writing suffers without him. In my opinion, you could really tell. I just feel like if he would have wrote the game, it would have been way better. But
I agree. One time, Corey Barlog has wrote all the best God of War games. He wrote God of War 2. He wrote God of War, A Ghost of Sparta, and he wrote God of War 2018. The nigga's undefeated, bro. Anytime he just write the outline for a game, it be having story issues, bro. God of War 3, which is a great game, amazing game, it got story issues, and God of War Ragnarok got story issues. It ain't no way around it, bro. He wrote the outline. He got to write the whole game.
They had 3 niggas writing Ragnarok, and that shit's still mid.
I gotta agree with Wonton on this one, bro.
I'm a Ragnarok.
The ending is the worst for me. That ending, God, it's so fucking.
I think the story was serviceable though. I like this story more than I like.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's just compared to 2018, it don't hit the same for me. And I feel like they played it safe. That ending, they played it way too safe. Oh, it's happy. Oh, everybody survives. Oh, Trace is going off. Nigga, they played that shit safe. It should have been a major something should have happened in that ending.
They're afraid to kill some people.
That's what I'm saying. I can't say too much because it's a spoiler, but like
they did kill
the people that they choose to get rid of. Don't nobody give a fuck. Don't nobody give a fuck.
But they leaving this mythos alone anyway. So them killing them don't really fucking matter.
What a major point.
Exactly.
Yeah, it don't matter.
I think that is all. Is there anything I forgot to bring up? I think that's all the topics I got for this week.
Think so.
Well, we didn't hear Bond's Mech Warrior stats today. If I can get one of those.
No, he definitely did give them to you.
Yeah, he did
Really?
those.
You weren't listening?
Oh, no,
Chat, we missed anything? Let me
Double
know
twin
while I
fist
read these
fakey.
super chats.
Also, I don't know how you feel, BG, but a lot of people don't like how, which is part of the story in Ragnarok, but there's some people who don't like how Kratos, they feel like he was soft. They feel like
he definitely was. Yeah, he was.
It's part of the story.
Can't say
like,
that.
Him changing,
y'all
but like
y'all complained in 2018 how he saw his son as a fucking NPC, and now that he's opening up.
that nigga, that's his son. We're talking about enemies. We're talking about enemies. not his son.
Narratively, I definitely understand why the game was like that, but I definitely can see why people.
The hell?
You cut out a little bit, Jack.
Off niggas, and he's like, "Oh, I don't want no smoke with your brother. Please just let me and my son get." Man, if you don't get your pussy, you think you like 8 feet tall? If you don't cut that nigga head the fuck off and keep it
I don't
moving,
think you could say he went soft and still see what he did to Heimdall. I don't know if that's true.
Nigga, he did it. See how? No, I ain't gonna say it.
But look at how much he tried to fight against that, and then they're like come on, man.
Leave my home.
Now that is
still Ragnarok's still good. It's just
He's a sophisticated character, bro. He definitely
bitch made. Now I ain't gonna.
Oh
They made
man,
control. They made him lose control the entire game. He never lost control.
And then Heimdall was talking the most shit that he should have fucked that nigga up.
Nigga had gold teeth and some more shit. I fuck with
He
Heimdall.
tortured him.
Fire.
I think. Listen,
Fuck that nigga up, man.
Nigga, you
All
had
right.
Thor shitting on this nigga the whole. All right, never mind.
Let me read some super chats. Cody Bishop, Spider-Man 2 or Alan Wake 2 getting higher Metacritic?
Hold on, what was the first game?
Spider-Man 2 or Alan Wake 2?
Oh,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man.
It depends though. If Alan Wake 2 can get the Control crowd, because Control had a lot of
Yeah,
media.
but Control wasn't even all that great. It had like in terms of its meta score and everything, it's like it was very overrated for what it was. Look, I think Alan Wake is not going to be that much better, so I think Spider-Man is going to score higher. I don't think
Alan Wake.
I see Alan Wake at like an 83, 84, and Spider-Man like.
See, I was gonna say 83. I'm gonna say Alan Wake gonna be an 85. It's gonna be 85. Spider-Man 2 gonna be 87.
Actually, so I'm wrong. I thought Control score higher than this. It only has a 80.
Yeah,
the highest score is
82.
85 on PC.
Yeah.
82
Yeah,
on
okay.
PS4, 84 on
Yeah.
Xbox. So I play about the same.
85, 87.
Yeah, I say.
Respectfully.
All right. Alcoholic Gamer. Blue Curacao plus rum plus Hawaiian Punch. Enjoy drinks on me. Thank you,
Drinks
sir.
on me.
Yes, sir. Buy one BBL, get one free. Anyone notice that after they got rid of Crunch, the amount of games coming out have been sparse? Bring back them whips. Bring back them whips and chains. Whip them niggas back to making games on time. I've always been pro Crunch.
Who just said that? He's spitting right now.
I've always been pro Crunch, man. I'm just saying it produces.
I'm not
good
against
games.
Crunch. I just think they should pay niggas for overtime. That should be basic.
I can agree with that. Exactly.
They do.
No, a lot of
according to
people- a lot of
District
people
Strider, they
salary
don't.
review. A lot
District
of
Strider,
people
whole thing is that
salary
they don't get benefits. They don't get overtime pay.
The full-time staff or the?
I think that's the contract.
Because the
Well,
full-time staff
it's just-
definitely get paid for overtime.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably most of the contractors, but that's been Jason's whole thing. People always like he's against Crunch. From what I read in his articles, he's not against Crunch. He just wants them to get benefits for it. That's all.
Okay. John Donuts. No, I don't think it was gonna be an extraction shooter, Jack. What I got from it was Naughty Dog's take on The Division. That would be the story mode.
Well, The Division is an extraction shooter. I mean, hey, that's an extraction shooter. That's what I want. Yeah.
Well, it has an extraction. What do they call it? They have a mode name for it. But he's
Dark
I think he's
Zone?
the Dark Zone. But I think he's talking about the main game. I guess the co-op part.
The main game has like story elements mixed with scavenging.
Yeah, like there's no
Yeah.
traditional team.
That part is
TDM
not an
and
extraction, I guess.
Yeah.
I think it was gonna have. I think it was gonna have both, but I think an emphasis of the game was gonna be on that, pseudo fucking world building shit they was doing. I don't think if you think fucking factions, well, that's what the mode called, ain't it? No, supply. If you think supply rate was gonna be the main selling point of, nah, man, you can't sell a game on TDM no more, man.
It was going to be like a co-op story mode type shit. Like
Yeah,
like
that was gonna be the main
co-op.
selling. Yeah.
Yeah.
He also said plus the modes from Factions 1, plus another mode that was BR, and one other one that as an extraction shooter. He's saying all that stuff together. That's what it should have been. He said all that in one multiplayer package.
Foam Stars main mode is TDM. Let's watch the sales. If Foam Stars sell more than 3 million copies, I'll quit this podcast.
Is that guaranteed not to be a free to play? Is that a purchase game?
I don't know.
We still don't know.
People keep saying that. Oh, okay.
Foam Stars is definitely going.
3 million copies is great.
Yeah, it's not going to last.
Look,
And Just a Guy said, could Sony add factions to Last of Us 2 Remaster?
No.
That will require them to do actual work, and they're not doing that.
Here's what I think could possibly happen. I guess more likely than them adding factions to Last of Us 2. It's on ice, as they reported. They're focusing on Last of Us Part 3. I think that's clear. If they don't cancel it, then they possibly go back to trying to make last factions sometime after that, which would be mad long from now. So I don't even
Yeah,
think
they
that's
could put,
likely.
they could put on Last of Us Part 3, but that's probably gonna come out for another 5 years at minimum. So
So
shit.
Rockstar is the only person we can guarantee that they say, look, the online ain't there right now, but we're gonna put it in there and it'd be fine. Sooner or later.
Yeah.
I
Because
got,
you know,
I got a question for y'all. Do y'all think The Last of Us 3 or Factions make it on PS5, or you think it's on PS6 shit?
I don't see why it couldn't be on
I
PS5.
mean, if they don't cancel it.
Yeah.
Oh, cross
PS5, I don't see why not.
gen.
Well, yeah, of course it's gonna be cross gen, but I think it's gonna be like a PS6 like launch, like around that time type shit.
Possibly, because it's Naughty. We don't know of any like Naughty Dog game really ever being like canceled like that. Like that was actually deep in development. So it's just
yeah.
That's why it's just hard to imagine them canceling a game because it's never really happened before. Like I'm sure they've canceled some stuff early in the early in concept, but like this far, it's unheard of.
For the old Naughty Dog, that's unheard of. This new regime Naughty Dog under Neil Druckmann. Neil Druckmann, you know who else a bitch? We want to talk about Kratos. Now, you know who else soft as fuck? That nigga Neil Druckmann, bro. He's just a soft ass nigga, bro. There ain't no way around it. He's a soft bitch ass nigga, bro. Pussy ass.
That's
nigga,
not
bro.
your man's no more.
I think he make great games. My point is, I feel like he's a soft ass nigga. When Naughty Dog was ran by other people, they was running a tight ship over there. And that niggas talking about they ain't coming to work and they cooking, but ain't nothing. You don't smell nothing. The nigga's a soft ass nigga. He letting the inmates run the asylum over there, man. Put your fucking foot down, Neil. Get some games out, brother. Fuck wrong with you, man?
Purple Kool-Aid said, "Thanks for convincing me to retry Cyberpunk last episode. Fire." Okay. You're welcome, sir. Yeah, that's all I got, man. We can go and get out of here. Good episode. Good job, gentlemen. Appreciate y'all boys.
Hey, After Dark, what y'all did last week, we not doing that shit again.
No, screaming at each other.
Nah, I don't mind a nigga scream. Just take turns
Hey, yo.
screaming, nigga. I got a headache last week.
Hey, yo, again.
How's that a pause?
It just depends on how many people in there. If it's fucking 20 niggas in there, you know it's gonna sound crazy.
20 niggas not talking though. Anyway, we'll see.
All right. Let's do these outros. Wonton.
I think he's muted.
Oh, by the way, Saw 10, fire.
Right?
Hell no! Oh my
Fire.
God. I'm about to roast
Hey,
you.
say that for after dark, man. Say that for after dark. man.
Stop playing with it.
This is why you were a cinnamon guy. You are
No,
not a
see,
movie guy.
you movie
You're a
guys
cinnamon.
don't like nothing. Y'all make me
You're a
sick.
cinnamon.
If y'all like anything,
You're a cinnamon.
y'all don't like nothing.
I like Saw, but this nigga said fire like this was the one of the best horror movies this year. Not at all.
It was fire.
Is it really a horror movie?
You ever had a double quarter pounder that didn't
no.
make your stomach hurt? That's what Saw 10 was. You acting like it's fine dining, nigga. It was decent.
Shit.
It's
It was my
fire.
first Saw movie, so it was cool.
It was your first Saw movie.
Why would
Oh,
you?
yeah,
Why would you
it's-
watch the 10th
that's-
installment as the first? Hey,
Yeah, you missing a lot of
Piss me
context.
off. I'm about to
Hey,
do
you
my
a sick,
side.
you a
do
sick,
that
you a sick
Saturday.
nigga, bro. You know they all follow a story, right, Mafia Quad? You got to go back and watch the other ones first, bro.
Oh, I just binged them.
All right.
Oh,
How do you feel? How you feel?
I still like 10. It was cool.
All right, cool.
All right, Mafia, any outro, anything you want to say?
Thanks for having me on the podcast, guys. Head over to the After Dark for the real shenanigans.
All right. Smooth.
Man, appreciate it. Check out Jiggy Do Rag. Go get your Jiggy Do Rags from JiggyMerch.com.
Yes, sir.
Check out Jiggy Do Rag. Supposed to be doing the remix. Whatever. We'll see how that comes.
Hold on, who on the remix? Hold on.
I'm trying to figure out, isn't it Wonton still around? Like, I mean, there's like I said, we have an alternative version ready to go. But
I thought Blandry was gonna hop on the remix. He's gonna do some rock stuff.
I just need him to. I just like there's portions of his mix that I like, and I would be willing to use as a.
I like Blandrew mix, man.
Damn.
It's cool, bro.
One of
That
the-
could be the remix. That could be the remix. That could
One
be.
of the funniest days is reading Smooth and Blandrew in the studio talking about who mixes us better. That shit had me dying. Nigga said, Blandrew said, "How you feel?" Kiss was like, "Yeah, so I'm gonna just keep the original I sent you." I was like, "Yeah."
Hey, man,
That's
Jiggy Records, we
crazy.
cooking, man. Jiggy Records.
Why you do
cooking, man.
Blandrew like that?
Yo,
I
man.
was fucking.
That's how you tell somebody his verse was trash without saying nothing?
I said I like the way Blandrew was saying. He said, "What's wrong with my ears?" I'm like, damn. I'm like, shit, this nigga.
He said, Alex, you still got the original email, right? Yeah, just record it. Yeah.
Oh man, Alex.
Shout out to Blandrew.
Hey, this is Chef Bubble. I'll see you guys in the suds. When Foam Stars release, I will be the resident ranked player. Shout out Kiso, shout out Benji. And if Jack Move get his head out his ass, we'll put him on the team too. Let's get it.
Oh yeah, you remember my team working that game. See, people don't know, Alice. I was a problem on that Foam Stars. I ain't telling them that though. I ain't telling them that. Yeah, I kept that on the low. You see that?
Hey, me, you, Kiso, and Benji, Hardhead, go grab whoever you can get. Go grab whoever you can get. You're not beating us, bro. That's a fact.
Jack.
Hey man, thanks for watching, man. Shout out to the viewers. Pretty civil comment section this week. I ain't seen too much dumb shit. I can appreciate that. Yeah, that's it, man. Jiggy Records, we got something cooking up for y'all boys. Possibly. Hey, let us cook, man. And what Neil Druckmann say? That thing y'all looking for, we got y'all. Y'all remember how that turned out.
That thing.
Shout out
whatever the fuck his stupid ass said.
Shout out John Donuts. I see you, movie guy.
Sir Bond, you're still there?
Undefeated in the East, 5-0. When are these Spider-Man reviews coming out?
Like the 16th or some shit. Like,
oh,
no, I think it's like I don't think it's the 10th, BG.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know nothing.
I don't know either. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, I still can't believe Smooth bet a 92 plus, but we'll see.
All right,
that's another L for you, Smooth, brother.
All right, chat. Y'all go ahead and hit the like button. We gonna go to After Dark, and we will catch y'all next week. Peace.
Same bat time, same bat place.
Oh, yeah.
No. Oh shit.
Right. Plenty of tried and plenty of failed. You can run and hide, but you can't dodge what's in my weapon well. Name another pot that's big or small, I'm contesting it still. Name another spot or any section, I'm king of the hill. Name another squad that wanna test it, I'm beating them still. Bye. No, you can't dodge what's in my weapon well. Name another pot that's big or small, I'm contesting it still. Name another spot or any section, I'm king of the hill. Right. I know my bro can't got me. See, that's a black bond that can't be broken. No Idris Elba, I'm a black bond, aiming a scope and all black panel. You can never try playing us token. Yeah, we playing games, but now one of us playing or joking. Not at all. Oh wait, then Jack Move came in with the trophies, God in a lane of its own. Like, how can you gamers approach me? Tell kids move to body you in Halo, then send your family an angel emoji. You should've known, dog, you ain't got enough Series X's. Blind got all the answers, no, you ain't gotta ask Siri questions. All the latest gaming news gotta be here to check it. Since 2015 and beyond, I'm just here to respect it. When you at the top of your tier, it's a blessing. From the bottom, so no way we appear to be desperate. This for anybody doubting, I'm clearing a message. And if you ever had a problem, I'm here to correct. Plenty of fail. You can run and hide, but you can't dodge what's in my weapon well. Name another pot that's big or small, I'm contesting it still. Name another spot or any section, I'm king of the hill. Name another squad that wanna test it, I'm beating them still. No, you can't dodge what's in my weapon well. Name another pot that's big or small, I'm contesting it still. Name another spot or any section, I'm king of the hill. Right. I know what it is, man. Weapon World Podcast, y'all know what we got in the building, man. We got BG. We got Kid Smooth, we got Jack Move, we got Black Bond, I mean. Blandrew, I mean, what you can't all strafe us, bro. Like, the strafe too strong.